Here at Helmuth Ford, we are a small-town dealership with no hassle and no pressure.
The city of Sigourney will be accepting bids for the removal of snow. All sealed bids must be received by 4 p.m. on Monday, November 4th at the city clerk's office at 100 North Main in Sigourney. Interested parties will be responsible for snow and ice removal from the sidewalks listed on the screen, as well as all the steps into the Memorial Hall. The snow and ice must be removed in a timely manner and according to the City Code of Ordinances. The successful bidder will be responsible to purchase ice melt and provide any equipment used. You may review a copy of the contract by contacting the city clerk at City Hall. The 2024 Hunters Breakfast, provided by Watch Your Fire and Rescue, is this Saturday, October 26th, at the Watch Your Fire Station from 7 to 11 a.m. They'll have sausage, bacon, eggs, pancakes, biscuits, and gravy, and carry-out is available. Everyone is welcome, and a free will donation will be accepted. For the 2024 Watch Your Fire and Rescue Hunters Breakfast this Saturday morning from 7 to 11 a.m. at the Watch Your Fire Station. Delta Fire and Rescue presents the Delta Haunted House at 109 North Center Street in Delta. Admission is just $10 per person. The Delta Haunted House is open each Friday and Saturday throughout October and on Halloween night from 8 to 10 p.m. Food and drinks will be available for purchase. And now accepting cash and most major credit cards. It's the Delta Fire and Rescue Delta Haunted House. Fridays and Saturdays in October and on Halloween night.
Student council and student leadership is really about common ground. It's about helping students work with diverse groups of other students. And if you can find that common ground in what you're working for as far as goals, as far as accomplishments, that the common ground is where the whole group moves forward.
People need to find that common ground in their culture and climate, ensuring that everyone feels included at their school. And a great way to do that is through student council.
Alrighty, welcome into Pekin Panther football here on Steve Shetler Media. We are into the playoffs, the postseason, and we're about 16 minutes away from kickoff for the Pekin Panthers against North Linn tonight. Again, here on Steve Shetler Media, we thank all of our sponsors for making this possible. We thank each segment of our game tonight is going to be sponsored by a different sponsor, including our pregame by Sigourney Body Shop. We thank Adrian Dickey for Senate, Keokuk County Hospital and Clinics, Fremont Funeral Chapel, Pilot Grove Savings Bank, Cranston Family Funeral Home, Federation Bank, Daisy Dew Landscaping will have once again our Pekin player of the game. We've got South Ottumwa Savings Bank, Grant Ranch, Copeland Auto Body, Gobbler Creek Seeds, Fairfield Precast Concrete, Sinclair Napa, Sinclair Tractor, as well as Shetler Insurance Services, Son-in-Law Services, Barn Wired Oski Dental, Bridget's Public House, and Helmuth Ford, all on board for our broadcast tonight. Let's take it over to Josh Clubb and Zach Wise, who have the call of the game tonight. Guys, what's going on?
Oh, just excited to get this thing started. As Steve mentioned, it is playoff football, and almost everyone in class, our 8-man, Class A and 1A, as well as 2A, are all in action here tonight. So our game features the 6-2 North Linn Lynx versus the 7-1 Pekin Panthers, and Pekin finishing second in their district. Actually, by all measuring sticks, has got a pretty tough draw here with North Linn. Probably one of the better 3 seeds in the state of Iowa. They were a ranked team throughout the entire season, just dropped out of there with 2 recent losses in their district to Macoupin Valley and Bellevue. So on a 2-game losing streak, being undefeated all the way up until October 4th, so you know they're going to be energized to win. Pekin, of course, their lone loss came to Lisbon, who's in action tonight as well. But Steve's going to bring up our area matchups, some teams that have qualified for the playoffs. We have West Branch is at Sigourney Kyoto. Winfield Mount Union at Montezuma. That is an 8-man. Sigourney Kyoto is a 1A. Easton Valley at English Valley. That's the Battle of EV. I suppose the winner of that game gets to wear the EV Pride shirt home, huh?
I don't know. Neither team made the playoffs, so.
Okay. Eddyville, Blakesburg, Fremont at Grundy Center. And then we got North Scott at Oskaloosa. Waterloo West and Ottumwa, those are 4A and 5A respectively, so those are just regular season games. And then Albia at Van Meter. Playoff qualifiers for Class A District 5, which is what Pekin is. Of course, the Panthers were second. Lisbon's first. They are hosting Starmont tonight. Maquoketa Valley is hosting Columbus Junction, and then we got Bellevue, who is hosting Danville. So Danville, Lisbon, Pekin, and Columbus are the teams that came out of this district as we're getting things set to go here. And Zach, just a quick introduction to that. I'll let you talk more into this, but Pekin's going to have some of their people back here tonight that they were missing last week.
So tonight is going to be kind of like what he said. This is the first round of the playoffs. It's going to be a little bit of an emotional night because more than pretty much half of Pekin's roster are all seniors here. But like he said, there are players that are going to be back tonight. You know, you got Cal Miller and Isaac Sylvester, huge keys to the defensive and offensive line. Sorry about that. But you also got Elijah Brock, who seems to be playing with a cast on. We'll see how that works tonight. But we're gonna see how tonight's game goes. I'm excited to get it started here. It's one of those things where nerves are good, but also nerves can also cause you to make silly mistakes. So they're gonna have to really get in that mentality there to not have that, because tonight is the game that you really can't have those silly mistakes. You really have to go into almost perfection here, because then if you lose this game, you're done. So I think Pekin will do pretty good tonight here. I think they've had a lot of chances to learn and progress, and they've had a lot of quarters to play. And this season was definitely their season so far. You know, I remember starting from the beginning here against Cardinal, and that was a complete blowout of a game here. And now I think the closest competition that we have with North Linn was Lisbon. They learned a lot of their mistakes there from that game. Unfortunately, they came out with a loss. But I'm excited to see what tonight goes. I looked at the quarterback, seems to be a little bit of more of a passer than he is a runner, but that's the one thing that Will Adams really good at is rushing. So, like I said, I think it's anyone's ball game here. I'm excited to see what happens in this ball game, but yeah, I think Pekin's going to win this, but I'm going to knock on wood on that too.
All righty. Well, this is the Sigourney Body Shop pregame show here, and as we the final warm-ups are going on here, and eventually we'll have the national anthem played. We'll let you tune into that, but yeah. So when you get to this time of the year, it's all good teams left, but North Linn, as I mentioned, is they're up there in the probably easily one of the better third place finishers in their district across Class A. Jeez, I couldn't get that out. So we'll see. Pekin will have to be sharp here tonight, and as Zach mentioned, they are led by their quarterback, Will Sommerfeld. He's just a sophomore. He's 84 for 144 with 839 yards, 10 touchdowns, 520 rushing yards, and 6 rushing touchdowns. So you compare that similar to Will Adam. Will Adam is the Pekin's leader. He's 58 of 92 with 1,067 yards, 11 touchdowns passing, and then he's got 667 rushing yards and 13 rushing touchdowns. So he still does lead the state in that category, or in Class A anyway. So both quarterbacks able to scramble if they need to, but we'll see if they can hold the script and try to keep the plays going the way they are. As you're watching North Linn warm up, it doesn't look like they have any design quarterback runs like you'll see with Pekin, but they could be hiding that as well. These two teams, first time they've met since 2014. Pekin won that one 62-13. That's a long time ago, and actually some of the people that played on that team are, I'm sure, in the stands, maybe even have kids of their own at this point in time. That's a while ago. It was 10 years ago. Are we doing the... Oh, nope, I thought maybe they were doing the national anthem.
We'll get there eventually.
Okay. Rushing leader is Will Adam for Pekin with those 78 rushes for 667 yards. Drew Reese, the senior for North Linn, has got 566 yards, 5 touchdowns, and 85 receptions. And here is the national anthem played by the Pekin Marching Band.
Jessica Carlson honors America with our national anthem.
All right, our rendition of the national anthem here on Steve Shetler Media before Pekin at North Linn. Let's get in our words from our pregame sponsor, which is Sigourney Body Shop. If you've had a run-in with a deer, a fender bender, or any sort of accident with your vehicle, take it to Tony and the guys at Sigourney Body Shop at 210 West Clark Street in Sigourney. They'll get you back on the road in no time, and Tony will help you out with a free estimate. It's service with a smile at Sigourney Body Shop. Give them a call at 641-622-2022, or again, stop in at 210 West Clark Street in Sigourney.
When you go home, you'll feel good about what you did, and you're doing it for the kids. If they don't have us, they don't have these games.
Yeah, we do thank our officials for being part of our games throughout this season, and of course the playoffs tonight here at Pekin High School. We are back with the pregame show brought to us by Sigourney Body Shop, and let's take it back to Josh and Zach. Guys.
All righty. Yes, always thank your officials, especially as we get into playoff time here. I was at some volleyball games this week too, and same thing. People want to give officials a hard time, but without them, can't play the game. So
it's not an easy job.
It is not. I've done it myself at the varsity level. It's not easy. But anyway, I think I left off with Drew Reese, the senior rushing leader for Pekin, or for North Linn, excuse me. Their receiving leader is Cole Griffith. The seniors got 44 receptions for 351 yards, 5 touchdowns, 95 rushing yards for 2 touchdowns, and Drew Reese is actually the leading tackler for the Lynx. He's got 64 tackles, 16 for loss, 2 sacks, and 1 interception. For Pekin, your receiving leader is Robert Brown. He's got 18 receptions for 409 yards, 4 touchdowns, 54 rushing yards, and 1 touchdown rushing. And Henry Adam is the sophomore, is the leading tackler, 48.5 tackles, 1 tackle for loss, 1 sack, and 2 interceptions is how we'll stack up. They'll stack up against the Lynx. And as you can see on your screen, getting ready to send the captains out there for the opening coin flip. We'll have Zach keep an eye on that to see who's going to start with the ball. Both these teams have the 2 losses that North Linn recently suffered were the 1 and 2 place finishers for their district in Bellevue and Maquoketa Valley. Relatively tight games, still able to score a little bit, but in the rest of their schedule, they kind of blew everybody out. So similar to Pekin, the North Linn game was a little challenging, but the competition just really wasn't there the last couple of weeks for Pekin. So really going to have to buckle down here tonight to get this thing done. Where we go from here with playoff football is, of course, it's win or go home. So if you don't win, you don't move on. If Pekin is to win, tomorrow morning they will put the remaining teams in Class A in pods of 4, and those 4 teams will will play to try to or win 2 more games essentially and try to get to the Unidome for the semifinals. But Pekin has a chance of hosting another home game. I'd say it's a pretty slim chance at this point, but most likely we'll play a district champion next week. Of course, never know what's going to happen across all the scores, and we'll do our best to keep you up to date on all the scores as we get going here tonight. In Class A, though, the rankings, just to lay it out there as we start talking about upcoming opponents, West Hancock is number 1 overall, ACJC number 2, St. Ansgar number 3, Lisbon sits at number 4, Tri-Center 5, Gielan Catholic Lamar's is at number 6, Macocota Valley at 7, Pekin at 8, Riverside is at 9, and Woodbury Central is 10th. Like, as I mentioned, North Linn was the 10th rated team up until last week, so they've been right there in the rankings most of the year. And I did not see the coin flip. Did you?
I think from what I saw, North Linn got in. They're going to receive first.
Okay. Looks like they're going to line up on our left, on the left of your screen. But so just be underway here in just a few more seconds. So that'll pretty much wrap up the Sigourney Body Shop's pregame sponsorship. Our first quarter is brought to you by Adrian Dickey for Senate. He will take over the reins here. And then, of course, our scoreboard sponsor is Sinclair Napa, and any touchdown scored will be Sinclair Tractor. Of course, timeouts will be brought to you by Cranston Family Funeral Home, and then we will have our Daisy Dew Landscape Player of the Game as well.
I'll tell you what, Josh, if there was something to be sold for this game, I sold it.
You did. You got a lot of them out there. I mean, you didn't get the Chain Gang. You didn't get the...
maybe next time.
Yeah, there certainly could be some more, Steve. Let's go. All right, so Pekin's going to line up on our right. They're in the all-black. North Linn in white and maroon, as you can probably see on your screen. Pretty zoomed out here. Scoreboard is set to 12 minutes, and we are ready to go here. Also, very important thing that I'm sure most of you are tuning in just for this, but we'll be giving updates on the all-important World Series. Yankees-Dodgers underway here. Probably first pitch is right about now, so I'm sure most people tuning in are wanting to hear updates on that game. Henry Adam lines it up, back deep for North Linn, which doesn't matter because Henry Adam does not get a very good kick in. Field out there by number 18. He's going to the left side, turns the corner, now cutting back in the middle, making a whole bunch of guys miss. Now he breaks free down the left sideline. He's at the 40, 30, 20, 10, and he returns it in for a touchdown, an opening kickoff. Touchdown return by Cole Griffin, the senior. Able to wind his way through the far sideline there, and somehow all the bodies over there found his way up the sideline without going out of bounds, and North Linn wastes no time. They put 6 on the scoreboard. And we'll wait the point.
That's shocking. Wow.
You could tell he has some speed, but there was a lot of people over there between the 40 and 50-yard line, and he somehow found his way through down the sideline. He went, and North Linn's going to go for 2. Sommerfeld in shotgun. Takes a snap. He's just going to run with it to the left, and he's going to walk into the end zone and get the 2 points, and North Linn leads 8-0 with only 15 seconds into the game on the kick return, and Pekin will have to respond here, as that's our first Sinclair Tractor touchdown of the game.
You know, since we had such a quick start, let's get our first quarter sponsor in right now. We'll hear from Adrian Dickey for Senate. Please vote for Senator Adrian Dickey on November 5th. Adrian has lived in Packwood his entire life, is a 1992 Pekin graduate, and a lifelong Panther supporter. Adrian led the way to pass the largest income tax cut in Iowa's history, co-wrote the bill to deliver the largest property tax cut in Iowa's history, and passed the bill to eliminate Iowa income taxes on all retirement income. This year, Adrian delivered Iowa teachers the largest starting pay raise in Iowa history. He has spent the past 4 years standing up for Southern Iowa farmers, and his backing of our law enforcement community has earned him the endorsements from the sheriffs of Jefferson, Keokuk, Van Buren, and Henry counties. Go Panthers, and go vote for Senator Adrian Dickey on November 5th. All righty, we thank Adrian Dickey for Senate for sponsoring our first quarter.
All right, Robert Brown and Riley Smith back deep for the Panthers to see if they can respond and bring that out. I was thinking about that. It's one of those kicks that it kind of dribbled down there. It took a long time for the defender to get, and that always causes problem. Kick is a short kick. Robert Brown takes it up the middle. He's going to be tackled about the 35-yard line, and that's where Pekin will start their first offensive drive. Trailing 8-0 early in this first quarter here. That happened so quickly. I didn't even have my North Linn roster out and ready to go. All right, so here comes Will Adam. He's got Nolan Glick to his left. Takes a snap, hands it to Glick. To the right side he goes, falls forward for a gain of about 3. Brings second down and 7 up for the Panthers on their opening drive. I'm actually going to say he just got 2 yards on that, and we'll call it a 2nd and 8. Same formation here. Adam takes a snap, fakes it to Glick, takes it off himself. To the left side he goes, breaks free to the 50, 45-40, has one man to beat, and he gets pushed out of bounds at about the 34-yard line. Will Adam making it happen there. Nice little 33-yard scamper from Will Adam to get Pekin set up in North Linn territory. Ball is placed at the 32-yard line, 1st and 10 Pekin. Adam alone this time. Riley Smith to the near side. Robert Brown to the far side. Glick comes in motion. Fake handoff to him. Adam keeps it himself, goes up the middle, drug from behind. Still picks up a decent yardage there, probably 4 or 5. We'll see where the line judge lines up. Between the 20 and 30-yard line is there's a pole in my view.
It's about the 28.
Yeah, 28-yard line, so it'll bring up 2nd and 6 for Pekin. 10:37 to go here in the opening quarter. Adam has Glick to his left. Smith to the near side. Robert Brown comes in motion, and now flags fly. Full start on Pekin. Robert Brown was coming in motion. Somebody else must have started to move or something. Did not see it in the line, on the line. That'll back him up 5. And they stop. Okay, well, it's 2nd and 10. Must have been off on that on the mark. Here's 2nd and 10, same formation. North Linn looks like they're going to bring the heat. The handoff to Glick to the outside. Around the corner he goes. And he's going to be swallowed up at about the 30-yard line. Pick up about 3 on the play. We're at 3rd and 7 for the Panthers. And by all means, they're in 4-down territory here. You don't have the leg to make this field goal. Certainly wouldn't punt here. 2 downs to pick up 7 yards. Adams sends Riley Smith all the way out to the near side. Ball is spotted at the right hash. Henry Adam comes in motion. He takes a handoff up the middle. He's got a little seam. Near 1st down yardage before he's brought down. They're going to signal 1st down. So 1st and 10 for Pekin. As Pekin able to respond after that opening kickoff return for a touchdown by North Linn. Robert Brown and Davis to the near side. Far side is Smith. It's a fake handoff to Henry Adam. Will Adam goes to the right side. He's all the way up near the 10-yard line before he's brought down. North Linn totally sold on that fake to Henry Adam as he actually got tackled in the backfield, and Will Adam was running down the right sideline. 1st and goal for the Panthers. Ball is at the 8-yard line. Brown and Davis to the near side. Smith to the far side. Will's alone in the backfield. Henry Adam comes in motion. They hand it to him this time. He goes up the middle. Wrapped up, but he's still powering forward. He's going to be close to the end zone. Actually going to be dropped at about the 1, maybe 2 yard line. Really powered his way forward. He carried a defender with him about 3 of those yards. So bring up 2nd and goal. Ball is right in between the 1 and 2 yard line. Really spreading the receivers way out. Casey Davis is about 20 yards away from the center. Here comes Glick in motion. Fake handoff to him. Adam keeps it himself, and this time they read it. If that was a read option, Will Adam definitely read it wrong because Glick was untouched around that corner. Adam immediately swallowed up, and that'll bring up 3rd and goal. That dropped him back 2. They'll put him at the 4 yard line. Now Glick lines up to the left of Adam.
Adam does have Glick off to his left side, just back a little bit.
Here comes the snap. It's a handoff to Glick up the middle. He goes in, squirts his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Pekin. That's a Sinclair Tractor Panther touchdown. And our score is 8-6. With 7:12 to go here in the opening quarter, Pekin able to drive down the field and respond to the opening kickoff return for a touchdown. Drive started at about the 30-yard line, so a 70-yard drive. What do we have? 6, 7 plays?
7 plays, Josh.
Yeah, 7 plays, 70 yards. And Pekin's going to line up and go for 2 as well. Been back and forth on whether they go for 2 or kick the extra point, but after North Linn goes for 2 and gets it, Pekin's going to try to respond. Here's a handoff to Henry Adam, and this is going nowhere. The try is going to be no good, and North Linn will continue to lead 8-6.
The weird thing with that one, Josh, that drive is they did not do a single pass play. It was all running plays.
Yeah.
The weird thing about that drive there, Josh, was it was all out of the 7 plays that it was all just running plays there. It did work out for them for the touchdown. Every single 3rd down they got, they did get at least a completion there for the 1st down. A little bit of a nail-biter that drive. They're going to have to really focus on their defense there, especially their special teams there when it comes to the kickoff. Can't let another instance like that for the first opening play. But, again, we got a whole lot of game left, and I mean like a whole lot of game left. It's only 7-12 in the first quarter. A lot can happen.
Yeah, seven plays, all rushes. You're going to continue to run the ball if you're averaging 10 yards per play. So we'll see. That all that does is sets up the passing game, and now we'll see if they can stop them on this kickoff and try to see how Pekin's defense can hold up against North Linn's offense. Both teams pretty high-scoring teams, so we could end up having a track meet on our hands. Wouldn't be surprising, but we'll see.
Hey, again, we do thank Adrian Dickey for Senate for being our first quarter sponsor here on Pekin Panther Football on Steve Shetler Media.
It's Cole Griffin, the one that returned the last kickoff, stands at about the 10-yard line. He's on the near side of the field. Come onto your screen after Henry Adam lets this go. Adam's going to kick it to the right side, though. He's going to kick it to the opposite side. Griffin's going to go over there and get it anyway. Shifting around, breaks his way through all the way up to the 40, cutting back across field. He's got opening a whole bunch of grass. He's at the 40. At the 30, Pekin better on the offense, and now they stop him at the 25-yard line. And Pekin's going to have to figure that out. Cole Griffin just is shredding him out there. And not only figure that out, he's also a weapon offensively for North Linn as well, so we'll see. But certainly, Henry Adam tried to kick it off to the opposite side, and Griffin went over there and got it anyway, so they'll probably see some type of squib or pooch kicks going forward from Pekin. Here is Sommerfeld. Lines up under center. In shotgun. Takes a snap. Hands it off to Reese. Reese to the left side, and he's tackled in the back. They're going to give him back the line of scrimmage. Maybe even give him a yard as he falls forward there. Second down and 9 for North Linn. The ball is at the 25-yard line of Pekins. Here's Sommerfeld. He's got Reese to his right. Fakes the handoff to him. Sommerfeld coming to the right side. Makes a man miss and then is finally ripped down by Will Adam at about the 20-yard line. So it'll bring up a third down for North Linn. Got to think that they're in four-down territory as well. Neither team has successfully kicked the field goal yet this year. I think a lot of that has to do with not needing to. But also, North Linn has attempted one and missed it. Here is Sommerfeld. He's got Reese to his right, and Pekin jumps across the line. Encroachment on the Panthers. That's going to be close to a first down after the penalty. And Pekin's defense bit on the hard count. It is good enough for a first down, so it'll be 1st and 10 for North Linn. Ball's at the 15-yard line. Reese now lines up directly behind Sommerfeld in the shotgun. Kind of a pistol look. They hand it to him up the middle. He goes, and he's drugged from behind, but not before he gets about 5 yards on the play. 2nd and 5 for the Lynx. 5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. First quarter is brought to you by Adrian Dickey for Senate. As the Lynx pretty much shown the same formation with twin receivers in either side. Move around a little bit. Griffith on the near side, the kick return specialist. Here's a high snap, fielded by Sommerfeld and tackled in the backfield. Brought down by Caden Bender, who had some great penetration on that play. A negative play for North Linn, and that brings up a 3rd and 10 for the Lynx. I think that high snap threw off the timing of that play just enough, and Bender had some great penetration there. Sommerfeld now threes to the side. He's going to roll out the pass. He throws it to the right to Griffith, but he's hit immediately after he makes the catch. It's going to be a gain of 5 or 6, and Griffith is slow to get up. Hit out there by Will Adam. Really, you could hear that pop from all the way up here. Adam really put a hit on Griffith there. So it is 4th down. It'll be 4th and 4. All signs point to North Linn going for this. This time, Speed Demon Griffith lines up to the left. He's in the left slot. He's going to move a little closer to the line. You got to watch that slot screen here. Sommerfeld looks his way, throws the slot screen. Griffith gets to the outside. He's right near first down yardage and squirts his way through near the end zone. A flag does come in. He's going to have enough for the first down. Going to be a holding on North Linn. That'll back him up 10 from the spot of that foul. It was very close on whether Griffith got into the end zone or not. He did hit the pylon, but he was all the way on the far sideline there. But the holding penalty will back him up. And Pekin's defense has had to have seen that on film. First time I've seen them running that play, and you could tell they were setting that up. A little spot pass to the slot to Griffith. The first time that he lined up on the left side of the field. Does make it 4th down and 10. Ball is on the 15-yard line. First down yardage is at the 5. Sommerfeld rolls to the right. Looks, throws end zone. Griffith is struck down by Elijah Brock, getting his good arm up there and knocks it out. Pekin will take over on downs, and what a huge stop by the Panther defense.
That was a weird play, Josh. From what I was seeing there, the Lynx looked like they had two receivers almost wide open there to the left, and he had, and for some odd reason, he threw to the receiver that had three men on him. Weird play, but good outcome for Pekin.
Yeah, that's a rollout pass. If you would have thrown it back to the left to those open receivers, that ball's in the air for a long time, and I'm sure the Panthers defensive backs
It would have been a duck.
plenty of time to get back to that thing. Here is Pekin. Ball is at the 15-yard line. Will Adam has got Henry Adam to his right. Direct snap to Henry. He's going to follow Will to the near side. Now he cuts upfield, hits the hole hard. He's up to the 20. Still fighting for yardage. Still moving forward, pushing the pile. Still going. He breaks free. They had blown it dead. Henry Adam comes out of the pile, and they had already blown it dead. I'm surprised they didn't blow it dead a little earlier than that, but they're going to give Pekin the first down, though. What a tough run by Henry. 1st and 10 Pekin at the 25. And what we've seen from Pekin's offense this year, anytime a kid runs like that, they end up getting the ball the very next play. We'll see if they do just that. Glick comes in motion. They fake the handoff to him. Will Adam is in trouble immediately and takes off running. That was a designed pass, but Will Adam's going to make something happen down the sideline. He goes at the 40, pushes a guy over, falls up forward at the 41-yard line. Holy, did you see Will Adam just shove that guy? That looked like and I'm a Bills fan, so it's hard for me to say this, but it looked like the Derrick Henry stiff arm where he just pushed the guy out of his way and kept going. First down, Pekin.
I think the defense was anticipating him going out of bounds, but he stopped.
Yeah.
He shoved the guy and kept going.
Right. 1st and 10. Ball is at the 40. 2:19 to go in the opening quarter. Will Adam gets Henry Adam in motion. He gets the ball up the middle. He goes. He's got a hole up to the 50-yard line before he's dropped down. Just shy of the first down. Right at midfield is where it'll be spotted. Right on the new freshly painted Pekin Panther right there in midfield. Thing is bright red tonight. This drive started at the 15-yard line, at their own 15. The nose of the football is on the 50-yard line now, 2nd and 1. Adam scans the field, sends Glick in motion, takes the handoff to him, up the middle. Adam goes. He's got a first down. He's going to be pulled down at the 45. Pekin fans wanting a face mask. The player didn't have his hand on his face mask. It was actually his shoulder pads. It looked bad, but not as obvious as the Vikings and Rams face mask that ended the game last night for a safety. That was obvious. Nonetheless, Pekin has a first down. 1st and 10. Ball is at the 45-yard line of North Lynn's. Be about a minute to play with this snap. Here's a fake handoff to Henry Adam. Will Adams in immediate trouble, and he's going to be tackled for a loss. That's going to go down as a sack. Was a design pass play. That's at least 2 plays now that Pekin has attempted to throw a pass, but protection just isn't there. North Linn really getting in the backfield in a hurry, not giving Adam time to set up, and you got to show it to keep the secondary honest and keep them back. But I'm sure Pekin's thinking they want to stick to the run as much as possible here. Adam has Glick to his left. Smith to the near side. Robert Brown comes in motion. They go the opposite way. It's Glick to the outside. He's going to be tackled for a loss all the way back near the 50, and it's going to be 3rd down and 15 for the Panthers. And that's going to probably push us to the end of the first quarter here. This first quarter was brought to you by Adrian Dickey for Senate. And it does expire the first quarter. Our score is North Linn 8, Pekin 6, as we get ready to head to the second quarter.
All right, let's go ahead and change things over. We do thank Adrian Dickey for Senate for being our first quarter sponsor, and Keokuk County Hospital and Clinics brings us the second quarter. Let's hear from them right now.
Keokuk County Medical Clinic is your one-stop shop for healthcare. Our behavioral health providers offer a wide range of services to help you reach your goals. We have multiple family practice providers who see patients of all ages for acute and chronic care. Through a partnership with Bloom Pediatrics of Ottumwa, McKenna Bond, ARNP is here on Wednesday and Friday mornings to give your child the special care they need. Libby Dasso, PAC, is here for all your rheumatology needs. Jack's Corner Drug is located just down the hall for your convenience.
And once again, we do thank Keokuk County Hospital and Clinics for being our second quarter sponsor. Again, we go into the second quarter. The score, North Linn 8, Pekin 6. North Linn scoring on the opening kickoff for their early lead, and Pekin responding. And let's take it back to Josh and Zach with the call of the game as we head into this second quarter.
All righty. Well, Pekin's going to have 3rd and 15 to deal with when we start this thing off. Ball's all the way right at the 50. As a couple of negative plays for the Panthers. We'll see what they dial up here. Adam alone in the backfield. Smith to the near side. Brown and Casey Davis to the far side. This time Will Adam rolls out to the right. He stops. He's in trouble. Just tucks it, and he's going to be sacked again for another 5-yard loss. And it'll be 4th and forever, and Pekin's going to have to punt here. Just no time whatsoever to try to set up any type of pass plays for the Panthers thus far. And Coach Weber had a conversation with Riley Smith. I wonder if they were all running deep routes on that far side. I'm wondering if somebody's supposed to stop a little bit short. There will be a punt and now a whistle. Timeout called by Pekin right as they are snapping it. Robert Griffith, the returner on the kickoffs, was back deep to receive. He's actually got a little bit of a limp to him as he heads over to the sideline during the timeouts. Our timeouts are brought to you by
Cranston Family Funeral Home. Let's hear from them right now. Cranston Family Funeral Home, serving our community, providing funeral service, monument sales, pre-planning, and our own on-site crematory, with locations in Fairfield, Eldon, and Keosauqua. Again, we do thank Cranston Family Funeral Home for being the sponsor of our timeouts, and Keokuk County Hospital and Clinics bringing us our second quarter. While we got a second, we'll throw in some of our other sponsors for making tonight's game possible. That includes Sigourney Body Shop, Adrian Dickey, Fremont Funeral Chapel, Pilot Grove Savings Bank, Federation Bank, as well as we'll get the Daisy Dew Landscaping Player of the Game a little bit later on tonight.
All right, one quick score update. Sigourney Kyoto leads West Branch 14-7 as they near the end of the first quarter there. Riley Smith receives the snap and kicks it out. Fielded out by Griffith at the 20. To the left side he goes, trying to speed his way down the sideline. Makes first couple guys miss, and then he's brought down at about the 48-yard line. We'll see if they spot it. They're going to actually spot him back at the 47-yard line. So North Linn, first drive that they'll have, that they have to start in their own territory. Pekin stood tall the last drive that North Linn started at their own 20, or at the Pekin 25-yard line, and the Panthers able to keep them out of the end zone. Still trailing 8-6 here. We'll see if they can hold them up and maybe force a punt by North Linn. Sommerfeld and Drew Reese in the backfield, overloaded to the right side with two wingbacks. Here's a high snap. Sommerfeld's going to keep it. Off the right tackle he goes. Makes first guy miss, and then he's wrapped up and brought down by Bender.
Did you say that SK score was 14-7?
Yep, 14-7.
Okay.
And Grundy Central is leading Eddyville-Blakesburg 21-0. Grundy Center, that's one of the better teams in the state in Class 1A. Second down here. Sommerfeld keeps it himself, going to the near side. Makes first couple guys miss, then brought down from behind that time by Alton Williams. I've noticed on this drive, Alton Williams and Caden Bender both have tried to get immediate penetration here the first couple plays. Couldn't get it, and then just come around, basically going the way their blockers letting them, and then tackling the ball carrier from behind. So it's working out, as their ball carriers do tend to dance a little bit. Here is a 3rd and 6 for North Linn. Ball is at the 49-yard line. Here's a quick pass to Griffith to the far side. He goes, and he's going to be wrestled near out of bounds and nearly pushed out of bounds, and he is short of the first down. He gets up to about the 46-yard line, 45-yard line. This will bring up a 4th down for North Linn, and a decision to be made. Rushing yards have not been automatic for North Linn. Pekin's done a good job. Riley Smith's going to retreat to field a punt. We'll see what North Lynn's going to do. I'm sure the rest of Pekin's defense is going to play defense. Smith comes up now. They do have a punter back there. So I'm not. Pekin's saying play it defensively, let the punt roll. Punting for North Linn is Griffith. He punts it away, nearly blocked. It's going to roll. There's nobody back there to field it. It's going to get North Linn roll and end up at about the 10-yard line for the Panthers. So Panthers defense able to come up with another stop. The offense last time started the drive at the 15, stalled out at about midfield. This time they'll start at the 10.
Hey, again, we thank Keokuk County Hospital and Clinics for sponsoring our second quarter. Thank all of our sponsors for making our playoffs possible here on Steve Shetler Media.
Here comes the Panthers offense. Will Adam has Nolan Glick to his right. Lined up at the same side as Henry Adam as well. A little different wrinkle to their normal formations. Adam takes the snap. He's just going to follow Nolan Glick as a lead blocker. Gets to the left side. Picks up about 5. That's where he's brought down as a 15. Let's bring up 2nd down and 5. That was a relatively easy 5 yards to pick up, and if North Lynn's going to give that to you, you just keep taking it. This time, receivers a little bit tighter, so Pekin's changed up their formations in a pistol. Now with Glick right behind Adam. He hands it off to Glick. Up the middle he goes, breaks it through the initial tackling force, then brought down by a linebacker at about the 20.
Looked like he was going to shoot right through there.
It did look like he was going to make it all the way through, and somebody got a shoestring tackle, so it'll bring up a 3rd and short, 3rd and 2 for the Panthers deep in their own territory. Big 2 yards here. 8 minutes to go here in the opening half. Will Adam has got Glick to his left. Excuse me, that was Riley Smith. No, Riley Smith brought down in the backfield. That brings up 4th down, and Pekin will most likely have to punt here in this situation. That was an interesting call to bring Smith in that spot for just needing 2 yards. Smith back there to punt now. He sends a punt, shanks it. Yeah, it's going to go out of bounds inside about the 35-yard line maybe. We'll see. Oh, wow. They gave him a very good, very generous spot, because that's right about where Coach Weber knocked the ball out of the air. They're going to put North Linn at the 42-yard line of Pekin's. So Pekin benefits on that spot there. Does that look like that went out of bounds at about the 35? Nonetheless, here is North Linn leading 8-6 with 7:28 to go here in the opening quarter, or the opening half. It is the second quarter. Sommerfeld takes the snap, rolls to the right, throws it to the right side to Griffin, hits him at the 35-yard line, makes a man miss, tackled out of bounds near first down yardage. Pekin doing a lot better job with Griffin and breaking down and letting him run into them versus trying to go after him, because he's proven on 2 kickoff returns if you go right after him, he's just going to make you miss. So it is 2nd and 1 for the Lynx. Ball's at the 33. Sommerfeld takes snap, hands it to Reese. Reese to the right tackle, and he's hit hard, driven backwards. Forward progress is going to get him right back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a small loss. I think that was Nolan Glick that put the hit on Reese. So it'll be 3rd and 2 for the Lynx. Probably I would think, unless this is a big negative play, you got to think North Lynn's going to go for it on 4th down, even if they don't get this. Sommerfeld takes a snap, fakes it to Reese, takes it himself. He goes to the right side. He's got the 1st down and more. Gets to the outside, all the way down to near the 25-yard line. 1st down for North Lynn. Looks like they're going to spot him at the 23-yard line. Still 1st down. Comes Sommerfeld under center, hands it to Reese. Up the middle he goes. And makes first couple guy miss. He breaks open and in for the score. North Lynn will score and go up 14-6 on the Panthers with 6:29 to go here in the opening quarter. And talk about a conversion play that is very meaningful here for North Lynn. If Pekin can find a way to stop this 2-point try, you're literally down 1 score and an extra point, a touchdown and an extra point away. Plenty of time, 6:29 left to go in the 2nd quarter, and you get the ball back at halftime. Huge spot here for this Panther defense. Sommerfeld comes in shotgun. He's got Reese to his right, twin receivers to either side. Tyson Griffin in motion. Sommerfeld's going to roll out. He's looking for Griffin. It's jumped up and tipped. There is a flag down in the backfield. Holding against North Lynn. That's going to be declined. The conversion is no good. And that is that's a big play in this game, because now you're down, if you're Pekin, you're down a touchdown and a 2-point conversion away from tying this thing up. Plenty of time to do it in this half. You're also going to start with presumably your best field position of the night offensively after this kickoff, and plenty of time to score here again and again. You get the ball back after half.
Keokuk County Hospital and Clinics bringing us our 2nd quarter. Some of our other sponsors include South Ottumwa Savings Bank, Shetler Insurance Services, Grand Ranch, Son-in-Law Services, Copeland Auto Body, Barn Wired, Gobbler Creek Seeds, Oski Dental, Fairfield Precast Concrete, Bridget's Public House, Fairfield, I mentioned that one, Sinclair Napa, we've got Helmuth Ford, we've got Sinclair Tractor. We've got a bunch of people on board, and we thank them for all their support throughout the regular season and now into the playoffs here on Steve Shetler Media. We'll follow Pekin as far as they go in this playoff journey. Again, it's 14-6, 6:29 to go before halftime. Josh, take it away.
All righty, Robert Brown and Riley Smith. I had the first and last names mixed up there, both standing at the 15-yard line. Short kick. It's going to be Robert Brown that fields it. Mishandles it initially, then picks it up. Goes to the right side. He's going to be tackled at about the 27-yard line. Tried to go sideways instead of upfield. And that's where Pekin will start this drive. Again, 6:24 to go here in the opening half. And Pekin in need of a drive here. They do have 2 timeouts remaining as well. North Lynn has all 3 of theirs. Glick and Henry had them both lined up beside Will. They're going to send Henry in motion into the flat, and a whistle. Play is blown dead.
Yeah, there was a move there while Henry Adam was in motion. The left side of that line moved.
Full start on Pekin. They're going to call the lineman for jumping there, but I don't know that they were fully set before Will Adams sent Henry Adam in motion, so Pekin will start behind the chains here, 1st and 15. Same formation, sends Henry in motion into the flat. Fake it to Glick. Will Adam keeps it to the left side. He goes. He's in trouble initially. Makes first guy miss. Gets out near the line of scrimmage before he's pushed out of bounds. The original line of scrimmage, I should say. So he'll pick up the 5 yards back that they lost on the penalty, and will bring up 2nd and 10. Actually, they spot him the yard back from there. Let's call it 2nd and 11. Pekin's really changed up their formations and the plays that they run. We've seen them consistently running throughout the year here, the last couple of drives, trying to find something to work. Here is Will Adam, empty. Takes a snap, drops back to pass, in trouble, steps up in the pocket, still scanning, throws it deep down the field. He's got Robert Brown, and Brown is unable to hold on. Diving catch by Robert Brown at the 50-yard line, and he's unable to convert. And I'll bring up 3rd down and 11 for the Panthers. Now Elijah Brock, typically one of those split outs that helps push the defenders down the field. He does have a cast on. During pregame, he was catching deep passes with the cast on his left arm. See if they end up putting him out there or trying something. He's played a big role defensively now. We got Casey Davis and Robert Brown on the near side. Here is Will Adam, takes the snap. It's a low snap, fields it up, steps up in the pocket, now tries to throw it, and his arm is hit as he throws, and it'll bring up 4th down. That'll bring up 4th and 11. Hardly any time taken off the clock, and Pekin will have to punt it away again. This will just be the sixth punt by the Panthers all season long. 3rd one of this game.
That's a crazy stat. Just 6 punts.
Again, I just haven't needed to. Smith stands at the 15. Griffith stands to the near side. Now they're going to fake the punt. Pass by Riley Smith to Robert Brown is not even near Robert Brown. I mean, almost intercepted it, which would have been silly to do. Nonetheless, North Lynn's going to take over. Robert Brown had a step on his guy, but Smith just didn't put it in the right spot. Clearly a timing route there. Now Pekin's going to have to find a way to come up with a stop here for sure. 6:09 to go in the 2nd quarter. And we'll see how Pekin can respond. And we know they're certainly capable of it in the Lisbon game. Lisbon jumped way out in front of them, and Pekin outscored them, actually beat them in the second half of that game. So we'll see here. A huge time to come up with a stop here. Brought back Sommerfeld, pump fakes. Now he throws it deep down the middle. It's high up in the air. Receiver doesn't see it. It was intended for Griffin. They had him. Griffith was running the wrong way. And that play was there. Adam back on the defense there. He didn't see the ball either. 2nd and 10. Ball's at the 25-yard line. Again, probably 4-down territory for North Linn. Twin up backs on the right side. Sommerfeld's going to keep it and runs to the right side. He's hesitating now. He hits the hole. Hit hard. Ball comes out. He looks like he fell right back onto it, though, himself. As Sommerfeld stopped and tried to change direction. The ball squirted out, able to get it, maintain the possession. But he had a little bit bigger of a gain than that before he dropped the ball, and so that puts it at the 25-yard line, 3rd and 9 for North Linn. Twin receivers to the near side. Trips to the near side. They're looking at Griffin. He stops right in the middle of the field. Summerfelt rolling out. He's going to decide just to tuck it and run. He gets dropped down at about the 20-yard line. And shy of the yard to gain. Linn's fans want a face mask there. But again, there's a difference between the face mask and the shoulder pads, and he had shoulder pads. 5:11 to go. It'll be 4th down and 4 for North Linn. We call this a long 3 or a short 4 for North Linn. Another huge spot on this end of the field. Again, Summerfelt right there had Griffin, his leading wide receiver. He had him open, standing there in the middle of the field, and decided not to throw it and tuck it and run. As North Linn is letting all the time run off the clock before as much time as they can before they call a timeout. Their first of the half with 4:43 to go. And this timeout is brought to you by Cranston Family Funeral Home.
Cranston Family Funeral Home, serving our community, providing funeral service, monument sales, pre-planning, and our own on-site crematory, with locations in Fairfield, Eldon, and Keosauqua. And again, we do thank Cranston Family Funeral Home for sponsoring our timeouts tonight. We thank Keokuk County Hospital and Clinics for bringing us the second quarter. And, of course, all of our sponsors for bringing us our broadcast tonight here on Steve Shetler Media. Scores that you're seeing along the bottom of your screen. Last we checked, Grundy Center was leading EBF 21-0, and Sigourney Keota had the early lead over West Branch. 4:43 to go in our second quarter. And let's take it back to Josh and Zach.
Yeah, not a lot of time in this one to check on scores.
Yeah, usually in these Pekin games we've had
it's
like
time.
50-0 by now.
Yeah. It is playoff time, so those go by the wayside. And here we are in a one-possession game as of right now. It is 4th down and 4 for North Linn. Summerfelt has got Reese to his right. Griffin keeping your eye on him out in the slot. He's actually going to come in motion to the near side. Summerfelt rolls to the right side. He's got the first down if he wants to run for it. He does, and he throws a pass that is caught by number 4. That is Cale Benish. That's a first down for North Linn. And quite the effort that young man had to make that catch. That puts the ball at the 5-yard line. 1st and 10 for first and goal for North Linn. 4:28 to go here in the second quarter. Summerfelt's going to keep it himself. To the left side he goes. He's in trouble in the backfield. A couple of shoestring tackles miss, and he's going to end up getting back to the line of scrimmage before he's pushed out of bounds by Will Adam. Bringing 2nd down and goal. North Linn's really slowed their pace as well. Really letting the play clock wind down before they get moving. They actually might have pushed it a little bit too much here as it's inside 10 seconds on the play clock. They haven't broke the huddle. They're going to have to hurry. As they do. And a timeout's going to be called by North Linn. They would have got that off. They had alignment that was not set yet, so saves the 5 yards, and they call their second timeout of the half. Another timeout brought to you by Cranston Family Funeral Home.
Cranston Family Funeral Home, serving our community, providing funeral service, monument sales, pre-planning, and our own on-site crematory, with locations in Fairfield, Eldon, and Keosauqua. Cranston Family Funeral Home sponsoring our timeout. They're getting their money's worth tonight, Josh.
They are so here recently.
4:04 left in the first half, 14-6 in favor of North Linn. And we do thank Keokuk County Hospital and Clinics for sponsoring our second quarter.
All righty, well, Panthers' backs are up against it here. And again, this is obviously you want to do your best to get a stop here, but not the end of the world if they score. Again, you still have 2 timeouts. And at least you'll have at least 3 minutes or so to go in the quarter, and you get the ball back at half. So it's not a mountain if they do score, but of course you want to try to keep them out. Here's Sommerfeld. Second down and goal. He hands it off at the middle to Reese. He makes first man miss, falls forward. Dropped out there at about the 3-yard line. That'll bring up third and goal. And you also got to assume the way that Pekin's offense has sputtered out the last couple of drives, it's probably 2 downs to get 3 yards here. Third and goal for the Lynx. Sommerfeld has got Reese to his right. Griffith to the far side. Keep your eye on him. There's a handoff to Reese. He falls down. He had a wide open lane to get into the end zone on a little counter play there and just slipped. I mean, he had a huge space. We have a perfect view of it, and that'll bring up fourth and goal. Ball's at the 4-yard line, so they drop him back a yard on the slip. And the Panther defense looking to hold strong again. Fourth and goal. Sommerfeld takes a snap, rolls to his right, looking to pass, throws a jump pass to the back of the end zone. It's intercepted by Elijah Brock. Cast on and everything. Brock intercepts it, and Pekin's going to get the ball at the 20-yard line. What a play. How about that? Interception, one-handed. Had to have been one-handed because he's got a cast on the other hand.
It's like that wide receiver for Ohio State that has all those one-handed.
Or Justin Jefferson. Yeah, that guy. What a play by Brock. I'm not convinced that he won't find himself on the offensive side of the ball at some point in time. Huge change of events there. He could have easily just batted that thing away, and it's great. You get the stop, but you're also pinned inside your 5-yard line, and now you get some breathing room. Ball's at the 20. 2:52 to go here in the second quarter. 2 timeouts for Pekin. 80 yards to go, and a score as this first or second quarter winds down would be huge, because as I've mentioned multiple times, Pekin does get the ball back. Here's a handoff to, I believe that is Smith. Is that Riley Smith? It was. Riley Smith goes up the middle, picks up about 5, second down and 5. 2:39 to go. Pekin's 2 timeouts. Probably won't see him get too anxious till we get inside a minute and a half to go. 2.5 to go. Smith lined up behind Adam. Snap. Hands it off to Riley Smith again. Up the middle he goes. Stopped at the line of scrimmage, trying to power his way forward. Brought down. Maybe he gets a yard on the play. It'll bring up third down. 2:13. And Pekin's kind of in you're in a spot here, too, where you don't necessarily want to hurry too much, and you're in a good spot. You still got 2 minutes to go. You want to take your time with this play, because you also, if you don't pick this up and you have to punt it back to North Linn, they're down to 1 timeout. You don't want to give them much time either. I would assume if Pekin picks up the first down here on this play, you'll see a timeout immediately taken by the Panthers. 3rd and 3 on the board. Slow snap. Will Adams going to take himself up the middle. He goes. He's got a big hole to the right side. 45, 50, 45, cuts back to the 40, makes the man miss, powers his way through it, still running all the way up to the 35-yard line. Timeout Pekin. And Will Adam making it happen. No, they did not take a timeout. They are hustling up to the line. First down, obviously the clock stops, so they reset the chains. Pekin's already up on the ball, ready to go. Clock starts winding. Hand off to Glick. Up the middle he goes. He's got a hole up to the 30, 25 before he's ripped down at the 24-yard line. First down for the Panthers. 1 minute, 23 seconds on the scoreboard. Clock stops momentarily. Now they're going to wind it. Adams, they're back up on the ball. Play's already called. Glick comes in motion. It's a handoff to him again. Up the middle he goes. Another small or decent gain up to the 18-yard line. Clock will continue to run. Minute 8 to go. Pekin driving. North Linn can't get reset well enough to stop that run, so they're going to keep doing it. Inside a minute to play. Adams sends Henry Adams in motion, hands it to him. Low snap. Henry Adams got a hole up the middle. He breaks free. Inside the 10. 5. Touchdown. Pekin. 52 seconds left in the second quarter, and Pekin scores. Our score is 14-12. And now we'll see with the 2-point conversion, a chance to tie the game. I'm guessing the coaching staff was at a loss there. Saw time winding away, have those 2 timeouts, but North Linn just looked caught off guard by those runs up the middle, couldn't do anything with it. Now with 52 seconds left, you have a chance to tie the game. Going to send Casey Davis and Robert Brown to the left. Riley Smith to the near side. Henry Adam is next to Will Adam. Snap to Will. He throws a pass out to the left side. Robert Brown. He's got it. He's in. Robert Brown on the spot pass ties the game at 14 with 52 seconds left here in the second quarter. Second quarter is brought to you by Keokuk County Hospitals and Clinics, and that is another Sinclair Tractor touchdown for the Panthers.
Let's go ahead and hear from the Iowa High School Athletic Association.
Good. Good sportsmanship is also showing high character and accountability, doing what is right and setting a good example not only on the court but in the classroom as well.
Hey, we're back live here on Steve Shuttler Media, second quarter. Got 52 seconds left to go in this quarter, and we are tied up at 14 apiece in an exciting playoff game here at Pekin High School tonight. Josh, what do you got for us?
All right, well, after that, as I was saying there, Pekin was flirting with whether they take those timeouts or not, but moving quick enough that they kept North Linn off balance. I think they're not taking a timeout because North Linn seemed a little bit lost. Will Adam is actually going to go out on kickoff duty here, and which tells me that Henry Adam may be kicking it back to Griffin. We'll see. Based on his first 2 kick returns, kicking it out of bounds isn't the worst thing in the world. Here's the kick. They kick it low into the left side, keeping it out of hands Griffin. Number 40 fields it at the 40, and he is going to be tackled about the 45-yard line and by the kicker. Good strategy there by the Panthers to keep the ball out of the hands of that explosive runner in Griffith. But now North Linn has 1 timeout remaining in 47 seconds. We'll see how aggressive they get. They've had some open passing looks previously. We'll see what they try to do. May see what a run pass option nets them yards and decide how aggressive they want to be from there. Sommerfeld throws the right side to Griffin. He running down the sideline and then pushed out of bounds after a gain of about 7. They'll give him 6 actually as they step back in the line here, so it'll be 2nd down and 4. Ball's at the 49-yard line of the Panthers. North Linn looking to respond quickly here. Same formation. Griffith in a bunch formation to the right side. They do the same play. Griffin catches it, goes up the sideline, and he's pushed out of bounds again after a gain of about 4 this time. He got tangled up in the chain over there. So brings up 3rd down and short. Same play, bunch formation to the far side. Immediate passes to Griffin in that bunch formation. 38 seconds to go, and Griffin's able to get out of bounds with those plays, so not much time at all on the clock. And Griffin, same formation again. Now they're going to hand it off up the middle. Runner has a lane, but is brought down from behind by Riley Smith. 1st down, stops the clock momentarily. North Linn hurries to the ball. Clock is winding. North Linn does have a timeout, and now a timeout is called by Pekin right as they are snapping the ball. So Coach Weber not wanting to have his defense on their heels like North Linn was, and here's another Cranston Family Funeral Home timeout.
Cranston Family Funeral Home, serving our community, providing funeral service, monument sales, pre-planning, and our own on-site crematory, with locations in Fairfield, Eldon, and Keosauqua. We thank Cranston Family Funeral Home for being our timeout sponsor. We thank Keokuk County Hospital and Clinics for bringing us our second quarter. And we thank all of our sponsors for being part of our broadcast tonight. Exciting game here in Pekin. That includes South Ottumwa Savings Bank, Grant Ranch, Copeland Auto Body, Gobbler Creek Seeds, Fairfield Precast Concrete, Sinclair Napa, Sinclair Tractor, Shetler Insurance Services, Son-in-Law Services, Barn Wired, Oski Dental, Bridget's Public House, and Helmuth Ford. And along with all of our quarterly halftime and pregame sponsors.
All right, out of the timeout. Change in formation. Going to make a small adjustment to the game clock. They're going to put 31.5 seconds on the clock. So Coach Weber there taking a timeout because he felt his defense was getting lulled to sleep by those quick passes and then the run up the middle. North Linn has it 1st and 10. Ball's at the 36-yard line. Sommerfeld throws it to Griffith to the far side again. Up the sideline he goes. And he's going to break free and pushed out of bounds. See where they mark him out. I'm going to say he picked up a first down before he stepped out of bounds. That'll stop the clock. Puts the ball at the 25. So you're almost to the point where you put 3 guys on the line and throw one of your linebackers right on Griffith at this point because clearly they're looking for him in the sideline. As they line up in that bunch formation to the far side again. Snap, throw to Griffin. This time it's anticipated by Pekin, and Griffin was actually attempting to catch that still. He would have been better off just letting that thing go out of bounds, which it did. And now it's 17.4. Another adjustment on the clock. 22. Another adjustment on the game clock. They're going to put 22 seconds on the clock. It was at 17.4. I keep forgetting that you cannot see the clock on your screen. So there's 22 seconds remaining. There we go. All set there. North Linn does still have a timeout. Both teams have one remaining. Griffin's to the near side now. Twin formation. Snap. Throws to Griffin. It's tipped up by Riley Smith. Nearly picked off. And even off the deflection, Robert Brown had a shot at it. 18.9 to go on the incomplete pass. And it brings up 3rd down and 10. Now, if you're Pekin, and I'm sure the coaches are all screaming down there at them, but you don't get lulled to sleep by those short, quick passes and watch that guy going deep here. As they're really starting to push forward and push that line of scrimmage because they've shown that that's what they're going to do. There's 8 seconds left before the play clock expires, but North Linn will get the snap off. Sommerfeld rolls to the near side, throws it to Griffin and through his hands. Incomplete, and that'll bring up 4th down with 14.7 seconds left in the half. Hard to say. It's decision times for North Linn's coaching staff. 4th and 10, ball's at the 25. Both teams have one timeout remaining. Bunch formation to the far side, close tight to line of scrimmage. Griffith running down the sideline. He's open, and then the pass is thrown up in the middle of the field, incomplete. Pekin comes up with the stop. 10.1 seconds remain in the game or in the half. And with just one timeout, you're going to get the ball at your own 25. You're probably just going to take a knee here. You get the ball back to start the second half. If you're Pekin, maybe even try a run up the middle or something like that, but nothing too crazy.
This is the thing, Josh, is we're here in this time right now. We got 10 seconds left of the first half here. Pekin now has the ball, but the plus side is now they get the ball again. Their defense has been on lockdown. I know this isn't no normal Pekin game we've been watching, but now they're facing someone that is their skill type. It's going to be a hard game to buy. I think they're doing fantastic right now.
Adam does just take a knee, and we will go to halftime with our score tied at 14 apiece. That was the second quarter brought to you by Kika County Hospitals and Clinics, and here comes our halftime show. It is brought to you by Fremont Funeral Chapel.
The staff members at Fremont Funeral Chapel in Fremont, Iowa will guide your family in creating a meaningful ceremony to honor the life and memory of a loved one. A ceremony can be anything you wish it to be, simple or elaborate, traditional or unique. No matter how it's tailored, such a ceremony is an important step in recovering from loss. Let the staff at Fremont Funeral Chapel in Fremont, Iowa help you in your time of need. Hey, again, we do thank Fremont Funeral Chapel for sponsoring the halftime here on Steve Shetler Media. And, yeah, we are at the half. We're tied at 14 apiece. We got about 14 and a half minutes before the second half begins. Let's adjust the camera here accordingly, and we're going to get our halftime show from the Pekin Marching Band.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to the field your Pekin High School Marching Panthers. They are led a performance by sophomore drum major Brody Sabaski. The Pekin High School Marching Band is under the direction of Jessica Carlson. The Pekin Marching Panthers will be performing music from their Disco Fever show. This is September by Earth, Wind & Fire and Funky Town by Lick Inc. junior high football team on an outstanding season. The Panthers finished the season with a 5-1 record, and the boys made tremendous improvement throughout the season. This progress was shown during the second half of the season as they outscored their final three opponents 146-38. They also established a 30-0 lead by the end of the first quarter in each of their final two games. The 8th graders on this year's team were Julian Parsons, Elias Brock, Pierce Coleman, Briggs Wiggins, Colin Weaver, Hunter Chapman, Garrett Griner, Caden Ellison, Kieran Adrian, Daniel Rockhow, and Chris Schultz. The 7th graders on this year's team were Jackson Bender, Levi Adam, Noah Siren, J.T. Olinger, Weston Olinger, Jack Sabosky, Colin Pedrick, Isaac Echoberry, Ethan Echoberry, Siler Silvers, Carter Alsop, Leo Adam, and Shaden Tukey. The team was coached by Matthew Jones, Josie Searing, and Jarrett Van Engelhoven.
And welcome back to halftime here on Steve Shetler Media. We've got Pekin and North Linn tied at 14 in a really exciting game. First round of the playoffs here on Steve Shetler Media. And we've got Josh Clubb and Zach Wise on commentary. Again, we do thank Fremont Funeral Chapel for being our halftime sponsor and all of our sponsors for making our broadcast possible. Josh and Zach, what are your thoughts so far?
Well, Pekin's responded well. The opening kickoff return for a touchdown, and besides the one drive by North Linn, Pekin's defense has played lights out. I mean, they second kickoff, they started their drive at their own 25 or at the Pekin 25-yard line, able to hold them out of the end zone. So defense, as it has been all year long, just standing strong, keeping them in the game, and gave them a chance there. And we saw Pekin go in a hurry-up mode and didn't have to expend any timeouts to tie it just before halftime. So I think I mentioned at that time, Pekin found themselves in that spot before where they kind of let the other team jump out in front of them. That was North Linn. Able to respond to that was just too little too late, and here they respond in plenty of time. They're going to get the ball to start the second half, so plenty of time to find their way back ahead on this scoreboard here tonight. And I think here in the second half that, if you will, keys to the half or whatever it may be, whatever you want to call it, the defense is going to have to stay strong. And I think offensively, really just getting back to what worked on the first drive, which was more of their traditional plays. They kind of, last couple of drives before the touchdown scoring drive, they kind of got a little different with their formations and things like that, and changed everything up. And you could see Pekin themselves were even not quite in the right position. So I think they just got to stick to it. Pretty clean game so far. There was the one interception by Elijah Brock, the one-handed, who cast on the one arm and picks it off the end zone with the other arm. So certainly a candidate for our Daisy Dew Landscape Player of the Game as we progress through this one. But for this game to be a victory for Pekin, there's going to have to be a few more plays made. So we'll see how that all stands up. And Zach, I guess I'll let you give your thoughts as well.
Well, I'm not going to lie, Josh. My mind is blown. We came up from a rocky start here in Packwood. But the thing I will give the North Linn here, they're smart. I will give them that. They're a smart team. And like I said before, Pekin and North Linn are pretty much the same team. It's pretty much just who's going to try harder and who wants it more. As you saw from that one killer drive there with Nolan Glick and Henry Adam, and Will Adam, it was hard for me to even take stats. I couldn't even keep up with it. They would, they drop. They get done, drop the ball, and then they go back, and then they go do it again and again and again. That grit that I saw on them boys there, they were trying hard, and of course, they succeeded. We've also seen a couple. Their defense is on lockdown right now. Here, we saw that North Linn was at the 1 yard line, and I can't remember who it was. I think it was Riley Smith, but I could be wrong there. Caught the interception there. Crazy game so far. I'm very ecstatic. This is what football's about here. This is what Friday night and falls feel like. This exciting, adrenaline-filling game here. I'm excited to see what we have. We still have a whole lot of game left with one half left. So are we going to come out on top? I don't know yet.
All righty. Well, with that, we've got during halftime, we updated some of the scores. They're rolling across the bottom of your screen there. It is playoff time, so there's a couple of blowouts down there, but for the most part, all the games are relatively competitive, and we're ready to get started with this Pilot Grove Savings Bank third quarter as North Linn gets ready to kick this thing off. Got Riley Smith and Robert Brown back deep for the Panthers. They're standing at the 20-yard line. As the official gives the go-ahead, we are underway. It's a short kick to the right. Robert Brown fields this one, runs. It's going to fake the reverse, and then he's in trouble in the back. Blown up by North Linn. He's going to be tackled about the 23-yard line. And it looked like they tried to do that the last time as well, the last kickoff return, and it didn't work. It didn't work that time either, so it's time to scrap that one on your play sheet and just go for a straightforward kickoff return. They are going to give him the 24-yard line. That's where Pekin will start their first drive in the second half. And an important drive if you're Pekin. You definitely, I'm not saying you have to score here, but for sure pick up at least a couple of first downs, which would set up North Linn back in their own territory at minimum. Here's the snap to Will Adam. He's going to go up the middle. He's trying to drag a tackler and make him miss. He does get away, but another one comes to help, and should have gotten to the 25-yard line, so a gain of about 1. It'll bring up a second down and 9. Over in the World Series, again, I know all of you are tuning in to hear updates on the World Series. They're still scoreless. And I believe the 4th inning. It'd be great for Pekin if the Yankees could win that game. Here's a snap to Adam. Handoff up the middle. Pickup of... It was Riley Smith that carried it. Very minimal pickups. It'll bring 3rd down and 8 for the Panthers in this opening drive of the third quarter. See what kind of adjustments both teams have made. Robert Brown and Nolan Glick Henry Adam, and Glick. Here's a snap to Will Adam. He keeps it himself. He's in trouble in the backfield. Can't go anywhere. Still fighting, but held up at the arm. It's going to be a loss of 2 on the play. It'll bring up 4th and 10, and Pekin will have to punt. So they go 3 and out to start the third period. And they'll have to punt to the dangerous Cole Griffin, the senior wide receiver defensive back. It has been a problem to bring down here tonight for the Panthers. They've done a pretty good job of punting away from him. Of course, the last punting opportunity was from about this spot, and Pekin faked it, unable to convert on that fake. Smith takes the snap. Lets it go. It's going to get to about midfield before it hits the ground and takes a Pekin bounce. Goes all the way down to about the 40-yard line, and that's where North Linn will take over with their first drive here in the second half. So now Pekin's defense has just got to stand strong here. And another score update. It looks like West Branch just scored again, so they're up 27-26 on Sigourney Keota with a point after try pending. We'll wait till they try that point after and go from there. Trips formation to the far side. Sommerfeld takes snap, hands it off the middle to Reese. Reese makes a man miss. Now he's wrapped up and brought down. Hard to get out of the hands or out of the grasp of Caden Bender once he has your arms around you. Still decent pickup. They're going to say he fell forward for 3. And I'll call it 2.5. Be second down and 8 officially, but call it second down and 7.5. Here's a snap to Sommerfeld. Hands it up the middle again to Reese. Reese to the right side, and he's wrapped up by Bender again, and a flag comes in on the play. You would think an offensive holding, but I don't know. There was a North Linn defender on the ground. It is holding, though. Holding is a call. He actually did not get to the line of scrimmage, so that would back him up to the 38. I think you got to take it if you're Pekin. And that'll put him at the 33-yard line. Second and 16 now for the Lynx. West Branch did make that point after try, too, so it is 28-26 in favor of them in the third quarter. Quick throw to Griffith to the far side. He's immediately wrapped up by Casey Davis, who just holds on until reinforcements arrive. And great job by Davis there to just wrap him up and hold on and not let him get away. Let some others come in and finish the job off. It's probably the best way to defend that Griffith. He's a quick guy. He looks a lot like Boots from Lisbon. Low center of gravity, really quick, shifty. Hard to bring down. And Pekin, at least the defenders on that side of the ball have adjusted as the game went on and stopped trying to tackle through him or hit him and just break down and let him come to them. There is a third down and 15 for the Lynx, and now a jump off sides. I think that's going to be on Pekin. That was Alton Williams. Jumped over and hit the defender, so that'll give him 5 more yards, and that makes it 3rd and 10. Not a hard count or anything. I'm not sure if Alton was just trying to time the cadence or what, but gives them 5 free yards. Here's 3rd and 10. Doesn't look like they changed the play, so they're going to stick with whatever the play they had called. High snap. Sommerfeld keeps it to the right side. He goes in a scrum. Hard to see where he's at. It looks like he's going to be wrapped up and pushed out of bounds. No, he stays in bounds, but nonetheless a gain of about 2. Maybe not even 2. Maybe a long 1. Brings up 4th and long for the Lynx. Should force a punt. It would be the second punt of the game for North Linn. Griffith is the punter. Certainly something you'd want to watch, too. His last punt, Pekin did not even send a returner back. Nearly blocked that one. We'll see. It looks like they're going to rush this one as everybody is up on the line besides Riley Smith, who's back deep. Punt is away. It's a low line drive kick. Bounces once and takes a huge North Linn roll. Riley Smith nearly runs into the ball and wisely falls backwards out of the way. They down at about the 19-yard line. That's where Pekin will take over. 1st and 10 from their 19 with 7:18 to go here in the 3rd quarter.
Let's go ahead and sneak in our commercial for our 3rd quarter sponsor, Pilot Grove Savings Bank. Pilot Grove Savings Bank is a community bank that serves the banking and investment needs of Southeast Iowa, Northeast Missouri, and Southwest Illinois, including at 125 Main Street in Packwood, Iowa. Call 319-695-5461. They'll be glad to help you with banking, loans, and investment services. And we're coming back here live. Apologize for that. We'll get to that ad a little bit later on. How about that?
All right, snap up the middle, or a handoff up the middle to Riley Smith. Decent gain on 1st down. And another update, just because I know people in the area, but Sigourney Kyoto turned the ball over. West Branch has it again. 1st and goal. They're at a commercial, or a timeout for an injured player right now. As here it is. 2nd and 5, back at this one. Will Adam takes the snap, takes the handoff, looking to the light side to Robert Brown. He throws it, connects to Robert Brown. It's good enough for a 1st down. He's going to be brought down at about the 47 yard line, somewhere right in there. 1st and 10 for the Panthers.
Josh, I did have somebody in the crowd tell me that he had people telling him that our broadcast appeared blurry on their screen, so I'm not seeing any issues on my end. I'm looking at my phone as well. I'm looking at my computer and my phone, and I'm not seeing any issues, so I don't know what to tell you. Hopefully you're getting a clear picture at home.
Adam has Glick to his left. Snap is low. He hands off to Glick. Up the middle he goes, and he's brought down after a short gain on 1st down. Still got at least 3 on that play, so honestly, if you're Pekin and that's working, keep doing it, because 3 yards per down, you're going to get a 1st down. Of course, you'd like to have the lead first. Davis, Brown to the near side, split out. Far side is Riley Smith. Snap to Will. He's going to throw it short to Robert Brown. In the flat, Brown makes the first couple guys miss and then falls or gets tackled near 1st down yardage. This will be close to a Pekin 1st down. They're going to go ahead and move the chains. Far side line judge had no doubt in his mind. 1st and 10 Pekin at the 46-yard line. There's a fake handoff to Glick. Will Adam keeps it to the left side. He goes. He's got a lot of space in front of him. Gets around the corner to the 40, 30, 20, 10, and in. Touchdown, Pekin. Sinclair tractor touchdown for Will Adam, and their first lead of the game with 5:04 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Will Adam turned on the Jets there when he got to the outside. Just blew him away, and another score update as well. It just came in. We'll get to that after the point after try. Now we're going to see Henry Adam come out and try the point after. I think the only reason they went for 2 after the first score was because North Linn did. And Pekin's going to settle for 1 here, or at least the attempt. Will Adams holding Henry Adam to kick. Snap is high. Will Adam gets it down. Henry Adam punches it through and good. 21-14 is our score with 5:04 to go here in the third quarter, brought to you by Pilot Grove Savings Bank.
Let's hear from them right now. Pilot Grove Savings Bank is a community bank that serves the banking and investment needs of Southeast Iowa, Northeast Missouri, and Southwest Illinois, including at 125 Main Street in Packwood, Iowa. Call 319-695-5461. They'll be glad to help you with banking, loans, and investment services. Pilot Grove Savings Bank in Packwood, working for Southeast Iowa. We want to be your bank of choice. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Hey, we do thank Pilot Grove Savings Bank for being our third quarter sponsor. We thank all of our sponsors for being on board for our Pekin broadcast. And again, talking about the what's appearing on the screen, I have people in the comments saying it's clear. I have some people messaging saying it's blurry. So I'm looking at my computer and my phone, and they're both totally fine on my end. So it might be an internet issue wherever you're at. So, Wi-Fi is always a struggle. So let's take it back to Josh, and hopefully you're seeing the game good on your end. Josh, how are your eyeballs adjusting?
They are getting a little glossy. It's a little chilly tonight. Here's the kickoff by Henry, and this time he's just going to onside it. And I don't think he meant to actually kick an onside kick. He was trying to pooch kick it down the right side, but tops it, and Northland will take over at the 49-yard line. And again, with what we've seen with that Griffith, when he has the ball in his hands, it's honestly, it's not the worst thing in the world. I mean, I would not hold it against Pekin if they decided just to kick it out of bounds if the score tightens up. Nonetheless, Pekin leads 21-14. North Linn with the ensuing drive. They're going to put it at the 48. There's a snap. Sommerfeld's going to keep it, go off the right tackle. Finds a little crease. Gets about, decent gain. Probably about 7 on that first down run. Brings up a second, and they're going to give him 6. 2nd and 4. Another score update. West Branch now leads Sigourney Keota 35-26.
Wow.
So that'd be definitely an upset. That's a Sigourney Keota won their district. West Branch was 4th place in their district, so 1 versus 4 there. 2 versus 3 here. Sommerfeld fakes the handoff, now keeps it, follows his running back, and he goes nowhere this time. Stopped out there initially by... Actually did not see the number. So it brings up 3rd and 4, 3:57 to go here in the third quarter. Sinclair Napa, our scoreboard sponsor. 3:48 to go in the third, 3rd and 4. Both teams with all their timeouts. Sommerfeld this time is going to go to the near side. He's met by Riley Smith, and is that Henry Adam? It is. It's dropped short of the line to gain. It was Riley Smith, and Henry Adam doesn't give him much on the gain at all, and that brings up 4th and 2, and we'll see what North Linn does here. Again, Cole Griffith is their punter, so not be surprised to see them, and I'm sure they've done it throughout the year, but they fake punt with him running the ball. But they're not even going to show punt here. They're just going to go for it. I'm going to call this 4th and 3. There says 4th and 2 on the scoreboard, but 4th down and 3. Here comes the snap. Hand off to Reese. To the right side he goes up the field, and he's going to get the first down before he's wrapped up. That was close, though. Pretty sure he has it based on my angle, and they have not signaled anything yet. They're going to call it a first down. 1st and 10 for North Linn. That was very close. Probably got it by the length of the football. Sommerfeld hands it to Reese. Up the middle he goes. Hits a little hard, but he's wrapped up from behind and then finally just pushed forward down by Alton Williams. Good pickup on first down for the Lynx. See Landon Crow and Isaac Sylvester switching in and out here on this drive. Sylvester's in there now. Here's the snap to Sommerfeld. This time it's a handoff to Griffith, and he goes nowhere. Actually, he's going to lose a yard on the play. It'll bring up third down. Trying to force feed Griffith the ball. Definitely one of those guys that's better off in space. It'll be 3rd and 6. Minute 42 to go here in the third period. Started this drive at the 49-yard line. Haven't gone too far. Slowly but surely moving their way up the field. Here's a pass right up the middle. He's got a man wide open. It's number 4. He makes the catch, and he's going to be in for the score. Touchdown, North Linn. That pass was sent to Cale Benish. Got Pekin cheating up on all the run plays and the sideline stuff. Actually had Griffith basically waving his arms in the near side flat and sucked the safeties up. Elijah Brock was late to react and just got beat deep. So now North Lynn's going to come out and see if they're going to go for 2 to take the lead. They are. Sommerfeld takes it. He's going left side, trying to get outside. He's going to get hit hard, and nearly near the goal line, and finally powers his way through and gets in. But there's a flag on the play. That's going to be holding on North Linn. That's going to negate that, move them back, and they'll have to try it again from a lot further out this time. That really disrupts your play calling, and you wonder. I honestly didn't even see him warming up field goals or kicking field goals during warm-ups, so I don't even know if I know they've attempted one on the year. So it is a 2-point try from the 12-yard line. Let's see what North Linn dials up here. They're going to do a double reverse. Number 33 now he's going to throw the pass, and it's going to be picked off by Will Adam. Interception. That's all that means. Had he been able to keep his feet and maybe run that back, he could have ran it all the way back for 2 points, but that'll just force the kickoff. Nonetheless, though, Pekin maintains the lead 21-20 with 1:20 to go here in the third quarter.
Let's squeeze in this word from the Iowa High School Athletic Association.
Sportsmanship starts with us.
As a student athlete, I need to model good behavior and represent my school appropriately.
That means respecting my teammates, coaches, opponents, the officials, and fans.
If I do that, so will others, and being a good sport becomes a way of life.
To all of Iowa's student athletes getting ready to compete, remember, sportsmanship starts with us.
Hey, we do thank Pilot Grove Savings Bank for being our third quarter sponsor here on Steve Shuttler Media. Again, it's a really exciting game tonight. 1:20 to go in the third quarter. Pekin leading North Linn 21-20. Josh Clubb with your play-by-play. Zach Wise on color commentary and stats. Guys, take it back to you.
All right, we'll see on this kickoff return. The last couple times Pekin's tried a mock reverse thing, and it's not worked. It's actually lost them yardage on the return. Here's the kick. This time it is Robert Brown again. This time he's going to go straight up the field, though. Cuts back to the middle. Another cut all the way up to about the 47-yard line. So a good return, good starting field position for the Panthers, and honestly the best starting field position of the night for them. Leading by 1 with 1:14 to go in the third quarter. See if they can go put a big lead up here, and you got to assume if Pekin can find their way to the end zone, you almost assume they're going to try for 2 at that point. So that would make it a 2-score game. Here's a handoff to Riley Smith to the right side. Makes first man miss. Powers his way up past the 40-yard line all the way down to about the 39. First and 10 for Pekin off the Riley Smith carry. Pekin throwing Riley Smith back there and splitting Nolan Glick out from time to time. Little different look. This time it's Robert Brown and Davis to the far side. Glick and Henry at him. Up tight. Riley Smith in the backfield. It's a handoff for Riley Smith again. Up to the right tackle he goes up to about the 35-yard line. Call it the 36. I think they're going to spot him. It's a gain of about 3. Less than 30 seconds to go here in the third quarter, and can't tell. I think it's going to be close if Pekin will have to snap the ball. There's like maybe a half of a second more on the game clock than there is the play clock. Will Adam jogs the play in. 2nd down and 7. 10 seconds to go when they break the huddle. Would hate to have to burn a timeout here. They get set. They got 4 seconds to snap the ball. They do it. Will Adam takes a low snap, hands it to Smith. He goes up the middle, fighting his way for extra yardage. He's at about the 30, still fighting forward. Falls down. They're going to spot him at the 30. And that is how the third quarter will end. It will be 3rd down and very short. And that is the end of the third quarter. Brought to you by Pilot Grove Savings Bank. Pekin leading 21-20. And on to the fourth quarter, brought to you by Federation Bank.
All right, let's go ahead and hear from Federation Bank, our fourth quarter sponsor. Federation Bank, partner with the bank that loves rural Iowa. Federation Bank is located at 107 Richland Street in Richland, Iowa. Call 319-456-2265. They can help you with personal checking, personal savings, consumer loans, mortgage loans, and so much more. Federation Bank in Richland. Together, we're strong. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Hey, we do thank our fourth quarter sponsor, Federation Bank. Together, we're strong. We'll see if Pekin can hold strong in this fourth quarter. They lead 21-20. We do thank all of our sponsors for making our broadcast possible. That includes all of our quarterly pregame halftime sponsors like Sigourney Body Shop, Adrian Dickey for Senate, Keokuk County Hospital and Clinics, Fremont Funeral Chapel, Pilot Grove Savings Bank, and now Federation Bank, our timeout sponsor, Cranston Family Funeral Home, and our player of the game sponsor is Daisy Dew Landscaping. We really haven't had even any time to talk about who our possible player of the game is going to be, so we'll keep that in mind as this game continues to wind down. We start our fourth quarter, sponsored by Federation Bank.
All righty. Pekin has it. It is 3rd down and 1. Ball's at the 30-yard line. Glick moving left and right. Finally handed off to Riley Smith. He breaks free. Gets down inside the 20. First down for the Panthers inside the 20-yard line. Getting a heavy dose of Riley Smith on this drive. And Pekin's offensive line kind of flexing their muscles right now as they continue. Run-heavy attack here tonight, all night long. The few passing attempts haven't actually worked out, and I think they're just doing that to keep the defense honest. Caden Bender's had quite the game, both blocking and defensively. Riley Smith certainly a candidate for that Daisy Duke landscape player of the game. Here's another Smith, here and off to Smith to the right side. A flag comes in. It's going to be holding as I believe that was Branton Siren pulled his defender to the ground. Oh, chop block. That's a 15-yard penalty. That's going to really hurt. And it looks like that marker was right at the line of scrimmage. So, means one of the linemen had somebody engaged, and then somebody else hit him low. So whoever hit him low, I didn't see who it was, but I'm guessing that's who Siren had pulled to the ground with him. So that brings up 1st and 25. The ball is now spotted at the 34-yard line. The line to gain is the 10. Probably 4-down territory anyway. Here's a snap. Fake to Smith. Now Will Adams going to try to keep it. He's wrestled from behind, and he's going to go down for a loss. And now a flag comes in after the play.
Definitely a late hit.
And probably going to get a late hit and get 15 of those yards back. They're so far back there that it will not result. I'm assuming this is on North Linn. Wait for the signal. He signaled it twice now. They're calling that on Pekin. Oh, my. So this is going to march him way back. I think it was after the plays. Lost it down. It will be second down. So the down does count. It's after the play. So it'll be second down and an eternity. Ball's at the 46-yard line. The line that gains the 10-yard line. So Pekin's got essentially 2 plays to get half of the football field. Here's a snap. Low snap to Will Adam. He's in trouble trying to set up a screen. They get it to Nolan Glick. He gets into the secondary all the way down to about the 43. Pickup of about 13, 14 yards. Still an eternity to go. Screen set up nicely. Pekin does like to utilize the screens. Normally we see them do them in downs that you're not expecting it, but they're not much to deal with. It's third down and 35. There we go. Depending on how much they get here, we'll decide whether they pooch punt or what they have to do on fourth down. Here's the snap, and it's a reverse to Glick. To the right side he goes. Around the corner and nothing doing. Gets to about the 39-yard line before he's wrestled down there. And that brings up fourth down, and that'd be 4th and 30-ish. Will be 4th and 30. Pekin sends out the punting unit. Riley Smith stands at midfield. And a flag comes out with the snap. It's an end-over-end kick that dies as it hits the ground, and it's going to roll dead at about the 22-yard line. There is a flag on the play. We'll see what the call is. Yeah, it must be on Pekin because they're talking to North Linn's coaching staff about what they want to do. See, legal formation on the Panthers. They did line up late, so that's going to march them back 5 more. And I'll have to punt again. The one thing that this does help Pekin is it's killing a lot of time. We're at 8:54 and counting to go in the game. Pekin does have that 2-point lead. Smith stands back and awaits the snap. He's going to punt from the 45. No, he's going to pass it. He's got Robert Brown wide open. He's got ways to go, though. Brown falls forward at the 27-yard line, and he's not going to get the first down, but I do like the call because you keep the ball out of the hands of Griffith standing back there on the punt return. You still push them down the field a decent ways. Good smart call by Coach Weber there, I think. I mean, if you get the first down, you get the first down. If not, at least you get down the field and get something out of it, especially off the penalty. Certainly not expecting it there. So North Linn trailing by 1 point with 8:37 to go in the game. They'll get the ball near side hash. The ball's at the 20. 7-yard line, their own 27. Here's the handoff to Reese up the middle. Makes the first couple guys miss. Gets into the second level before he falls down. Drops the ball. And then Linn Glick pulls it out. It's still loose. Now Pekin falls on it. Pekin's going to get the turnover. That ball was loose. The officials are probably going to discuss this, but that ball was clearly out from our vision up here. He was laying on the ball. But that's still a fumble, and they stick with it. 1st and 10 Pekin. Huge turnover. Nolan Glick, as he was coming up with the tackle, kind of punched that thing out. I don't know if it was on purpose or just to follow through on the tackle, but nonetheless gets it loose, and Pekin takes right back over. 1st and 10, ball's at the 39-yard line. 8:29 to go. Will Adam sets up, takes the snap. It's another snap on the ground. He picks it up. He's going to have to try to run to the outside, make somebody miss. Pump fakes. Now he throws a pass, and it's nearly in. It is intercepted. Will Smith pushes it or throws it a pick. Tackled at about the 38-yard line. And Will Adam, it was his first pick of the game. Tried to do a little too much there. He escaped fate. It's been a few of those low snaps. Had to work to get open or get free there, and thought he was going to take off running. Then he had Robert Brown coming wide open. Nonetheless, 8 minutes to go, 8:18 to go on the Sinclair Napa scoreboard in this fourth quarter. It's brought to you by Federation Bank. Here is the snap to Sommerfeld. He hands it off to Dave, or no, that's Griffith. To the left side he goes, and he's met by a wall of Panthers after a gain of about 3 or 4. Well, it's 2nd down and 7 for the Lynx. Griffith did go out of bounds. That'll stop the clock momentarily. Trips receivers to the near side, single receiver to the far side. Handoff up the middle to Reese, and he's going nowhere. Stopped by a host of Panthers. First one on the scene is none other than Caden Bender. He's had himself a game, has Caden.
Whoa.
Oh.
We just lost power.
And power just went out on the lights here at the stadium.
Oh, we're still going.
We are still going.
We're still on the air, but we have lost power here at the stadium. It's a blackout.
It is a blackout.
Now the scoreboard is still going. We've got 7:52 left in the game. 21-20 for Pekin. But we lost the stadium lights.
We sure did.
You know, Steve, I'm not going to lie. I graduated here, and I have never seen anything like this before. But now that we got a second here, let's talk about the game that we've watched so far. You know, we're getting North Linn and Pekin back and forth. Every single play, you know, Pekin, they had a saving grace there. They got the fumble, but then, you know, Will Adam had a mistake there. If I was him, I would have ran out of bounds, had possession, got maybe 1 or 2 yards out of there, and still had the ball, because if that play would have happened the way it should have happened in my eyes anyways, Pekin would still have possession, and we could possibly have this drive, which could bump up the score no matter what to a 7-point lead. But still, like I said, a very good game so far that we have. We still have 7:52 if the lights turn back on. Again, never seen something like this before. You know, I say let them play. We don't know. We won't see it.
Sure.
We'll just hear everybody cheer, or we'll hear, you know, it'll be a good game to watch. Maybe some injuries, but, you know, it'll be new.
This is crazy.
Yeah. I've been to a few different sporting events through the years where the lights have went out, wherever it is, but see what they get figured out here. Meanwhile, got West Branch leading Sigourney Keota 41-33.
How big of an upset would that be if West Branch beats
I think
SK?
West Branch kind of falls in that same category as North Linn. It's one of the better fourth place finishing teams. Pleasantville actually is beating, or close to beating, Iowa City Regina. That would be a massive upset. Just keep checking through these here.
I tell you what, we've got plenty of time here. I'm just going to run through some of my commercials, some of our advertisers that have some 30-second ads, and that includes our fourth quarter sponsor. We'll take a little bit of a break and be back here in a few minutes. Again, whoa.
Well,
it's a blackout, like including the lights here in the press box.
Are now
press box lights. Oh, they redid the scoreboard. So it's a blackout with the stadium lights here in Pekin right now. Fourth quarter.
Pekin leads by 1.
Yes, 21-20. So let's hear from some of our sponsors, including our fourth quarter sponsor, Federation Bank.
Student council and student leadership is really about common ground. It's about helping students work with diverse groups of other students. And if you can find that common ground and what you're working for as far as goals, as far as accomplishments, that the common ground is where the whole group moves forward.
People need to find that common ground in their culture and climate, ensuring that everyone feels included at their school. And a great way to do that is through student council.
Federation Bank. Partner with the bank that loves rural Iowa. Federation Bank is located at 107 Richland Street in Richland, Iowa. Call 319-456-2265. They can help you with personal checking, personal savings, consumer loans, mortgage loans, and so much more. Federation Bank in Richland. Together, we're strong. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. If you've had a run-in with a deer, a fender bender, or any sort of accident with your vehicle, take it to Tony and the guys at Sigourney Body Shop at 210 West Clark Street in Sigourney. They'll get you back on the road in no time, and Tony will help you out with a free estimate. It's service with a smile at Sigourney Body Shop. Give them a call at 641-622-2022, or again, stop in at 210 West Clark Street in Sigourney. Please vote for Senator Adrian Dickey on November 5th. Adrian has lived in Packwood his entire life, is a 1992 Pekin graduate, and a lifelong Panther supporter. Adrian led the way to pass the largest income tax cut in Iowa's history, co-wrote the bill to deliver the largest property tax cut in Iowa's history, and passed the bill to eliminate Iowa income taxes on all retirement income. This year, Adrian delivered Iowa teachers the largest starting pay raise in Iowa history. He has spent the past 4 years standing up for Southern Iowa farmers, and his backing of our law enforcement community has earned him the endorsements from the sheriffs of Jefferson, Keokuk, Van Buren, and Henry counties. Go Panthers, and go vote for Senator Adrian Dickey on November 5th.
Keokuk County Medical Clinic is your one-stop shop for healthcare. Our behavioral health providers offer a wide range of services to help you reach your goals. We have multiple family practice providers who see patients of all ages for acute and chronic care. Through a partnership with Bloom Pediatrics of Ottumwa, McKenna Bond, ARNP is here on Wednesday and Friday mornings to give your child the special care they need. Libby Dasso, PAC, is here for all your rheumatology needs. Jack's Corner Drug is located just down the hall for your convenience.
The staff members at Fremont Funeral Chapel in Fremont, Iowa will guide your family in creating a meaningful ceremony to honor the life and memory of a loved one. A ceremony can be anything you wish it to be, simple or elaborate, traditional or unique. No matter how it's tailored, such a ceremony is an important step in recovering from loss. Let the staff at Fremont Funeral Chapel in Fremont, Iowa help you in your time of need. Pilot Grove Savings Bank is a community bank that serves the banking and investment needs of Southeast Iowa, Northeast Missouri, and Southwest Illinois, including at 125 Main Street in Packwood, Iowa. Call 319-695-5461. They'll be glad to help you with banking, loans, and investment services. Pilot Grove Savings Bank in Packwood, working for Southeast Iowa. We want to be your bank of choice. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Student council and student leadership is really about common ground. It's about helping students work with diverse groups of other students. And if you can find that common ground and what you're working for as far as goals, as far as accomplishments, that the common ground is where the whole group moves forward.
People need to find that common ground in their culture and climate, ensuring that everyone feels included at their school. And a great way to do that is through student council.
And we're back here. We're in the fourth quarter, and yeah, we are in a blackout still here at Pekin High School. The stadium lights going out now. We do have power here in the press box. The scoreboard lights are lit up, and yeah, we're just kind of in limbo right now. We don't really know what's going on. Obviously, we've got some people checking things out, but don't know when we're going to get the power back on. So I tell you what, we'll get some more commercials in from some of our sponsors, including Helmuth Ford.
I'm Clint Helmuth, and here at Helmuth Ford, customers are not just a number, they are family, and we will treat you like family.
Your safety is our focus. That's why we are a full-service repair facility.
If you're looking for a vehicle with low miles, a great price, and a friendly atmosphere, come visit us here at Helmuth Ford.
We do our best to put you in the vehicle that you want, that you love, and that is safe for your family.
See our full inventory at helmuthford.com.
We look forward to seeing you soon at Helmuth Ford in Sigourney.
The city of Sigourney will be accepting bids for the removal of snow. All sealed bids must be received by 4 p.m. on Monday, November 4th at the city clerk's office at 100 North Main in Sigourney. Interested parties will be responsible for snow and ice removal from the sidewalks listed on the screen, as well as all the steps into the Memorial Hall. The snow and ice must be removed in a timely manner and according to the city code of ordinances. The successful bidder will be responsible to purchase ice melt and provide any equipment used. You may review a copy of the contract by contacting the city clerk at City Hall. Delta Fire and Rescue presents the Delta Haunted House at 109 North Center Street in Delta. Admission is just $10 per person. The Delta Haunted House is open each Friday and Saturday throughout October and on Halloween night from 8 to 10 p.m. Food and drinks will be available for purchase, and now accepting cash and most major credit cards. It's the Delta Fire and Rescue Delta Haunted House, Fridays and Saturdays in October and on Halloween night. The 2024 Hunter's Breakfast, provided by Watch Your Fire and Rescue, is this Saturday, October 26th, at the Watch Your Fire Station from 7 to 11 a.m. They'll have sausage, bacon, eggs, pancakes, biscuits, and gravy, and carry-out is available. Everyone is welcome, and a free will donation will be accepted. For the 2024 Watch Your Fire and Rescue Hunter's Breakfast this Saturday morning from 7 to 11 a.m. at the Watch Your Fire Station. Alrighty, we are back here in Pekin, and the lights, I think, are they slowly going to be turning back on, Josh?
Yeah, I think they're metal halide lights, so they got to like reset themselves or whatever. I know that from my warehousing days.
What, you're not a full-time...
I'm not a full-time light mechanic, but hey, we got one light at full power. It's shining on the end zone. So...
Just play in that corner.
Slowly but surely, but a couple score updates. Grundy Center is final against Eddyville Blakesburg Fremont, 55-16 is Grundy Center's win. So Eddyville's season will end tonight. Tumwa trails 14-7, and Oskaloosa trails 21-0. Albia also trailing 56-3, and then Sigourney Kyoto West Branch 41-33 in favor of West Branch right now. So Sigourney Kyoto trying to get some things going and avoid this upset. As you can probably see on your screen, we're starting to get lights one by one funneling back on. So I would assume they're going to give the players a little bit of time to warm up after that delay.
I tell you what, too, speaking of warming up, it is getting cold quick.
It is. It is chilly. I got my hood up on my Yankees sweatshirt. Speaking of them Yankees.
What a transition.
Yankees lead 2-1. John Carlos Stanton hit a home run in the top of the 6th inning to put the Yankees on top, so that's good.
We've got plenty of time here. I'll run through all of our sponsors that make our broadcast possible. That includes all of our pregame, halftime, and quarterly sponsors, Sigourney Body Shop, Adrian Dickey for Senate, Keokuk County Hospital and Clinics, Fremont Funeral Chapel, Pilot Grove Savings Bank, Federation Bank, Cranston Family Funeral Home is sponsoring our timeouts. Daisy Dew Landscaping has our player of the game. By the way, if you're watching the game, I know we were having a discussion earlier about the quality of the stream or if it was blurry or not. If you guys can tell me in the comments if your screen is looking good or not. It's looking fine. It's looked fine all night from here in Pekin on my computer and on my phone. I'm watching. I always watch on my phone to make sure the quality is looking good. So on my end, everything is looking fine quality-wise for the picture. Tom is saying it looks great now, so that's good. Noah also saying it looks good. Kuno, I like your name, Kuno. Andy, everybody's looking good, so good. Glad to hear that. We'll continue with our sponsors, South Ottumwa Savings Bank, Shetler Insurance Services, Grant Ranch Son-in-Law Services, Copeland Auto Body, Barnwired, Gobbler Creek Seeds, Oski Dental, Fairfield Precast Concrete, Bridget's Public House, Sinclair Napa, Helmuth Ford, and Sinclair Tractor. Takes a while to get through those sponsors, but again, we've got time to kill right now. 7:52 to go in the fourth quarter. The lights slowly coming back on here in Pekin. We had a blackout. I don't know who went and unplugged the stadium lights, but
it was Zach. I think Zach did it. He just showed back up.
Yeah. Where have you been, Zach? You've been messing with the lights.
I'm not going to lie to you, Steve. It's been really hard to hear Josh, and he's play-by-play, so I'm going to let him do his talking. I'm trying to take stats and look at him, just seeing is he gonna? Is he done? Is he done? No, he's not done. But no, that's pretty much.
You guys can share earbuds.
Yeah,
we can
share earbuds.
Yeah, we can try.
And then you can hear me a lot better.
I'm not going to lie, Steve. I'm nervous.
You're nervous.
Oh, for sure. I'm nervous.
This game is high anxiety right now, 21-20.
Yeah, it 21-20. Northland's going to have a 3rd and 7 when we resume play. Of course, that was set up by the fumble recovery forced by Nolan Glick, and then next play, Will Adam. He got a low snap, was scrambling to his right and threw an interception. Ill-advised throw. He had plenty of opportunity to just tuck the ball and get upfield, and but decided to throw back against his body, which is never a good thing to do as a quarterback that's rolling. So that's where we'll be at. But just went through the scores. The Sigourney-Kyoto West Branch game is an eye opener. It looks like the Cobras are going to get the ball back after with about 3 minutes to go in the game. Have to go the full length of the field. They're just trailed by 8, so they have an opportunity to try to tie that thing up and move on, but certainly not something you'd expect. I was looking through games that would come into play for Pekin coming down the road. The only thing I saw is Lisbon did win relatively easily. They played Starmont in the opening round, but it's really the only one that I saw updated that would have some effect on Pekin's game, and it looks like we are ready to get back at it here. There is 7 minutes and 52 seconds left in the game. That is their Sinclair Napa scoreboard. Of course, our fourth quarter is brought to you by Federation Savings Bank. And I'm sure Cranston Family Funeral Homes will get all kinds of time here coming up as their timeout sponsor. And, of course, we got the Daisy Dew Landscape Player of the Game left to settle on. And I'm looking at Caden Bender, Riley Smith, and Elijah Brock. Elijah Brock was more of a situational thing than anything. We'll see. Here is 3rd and 7. Sommerfeld takes the snap. He's going to roll to the near side. He looks to throw it to the flat, and it's completed by number 4. Tackled from behind by Henry Adam, but not before he picks up the first down. 1st and 10 for North Linn. Henry Adam certainly going for the strip there as he came flying forward with that arm, unable to knock it free. Pass is underthrown. Here comes North Linn to the line. Sommerfeld has got trips to the far side. Single receiver to the near side. Big snap. Hands it off to Reese. To the right he goes, and he's wrapped up immediately. He gets to the line of scrimmage. Falls forward for a yard. It'll bring up 2nd down and 9 for the Lynx. And yeah, that breeze blowing in here now, it's really chilled down.
It's feeling like late October all of a sudden.
It is all of a sudden, yes. It's been mid-July for the last 2 months, and here is October. 2nd and 9. Sommerfeld takes a snap, fakes the handoff to Reese, and he's wrapped up in the backfield. Caden Bender again is there immediately. He was assisted by Cal Miller as well. But Caden Bender having himself a game defensively. Been a disruptive force on that line, as well as some key blocks in the running game. A little harder to see. But if you go back and watch the tape and stuff, you'll see that a lot of seal blocks on those longer runs up the middle by Bender. Here it is, 3rd and 13. Ball's right at midfield. Sommerfeld's going to drop back to pass. He's in trouble. Nolan Glick chasing him down from behind and gets the sack. Nolan Glick with the sack. And it's 4th and very long for Northland. 5:54 to go in the game, trailing by 1. You almost have to punt this away. Both teams do have all 3 timeouts. But I think if you're Pekin, you keep your eye on the ball. As it is Griffith, it is their punter. He's going to stand at the 31-yard line. And a timeout is going to be called by Pekin here, actually. And I think Coach Weber's thinking just that. But this timeout is brought to you by Cranston Family Funeral Home.
Cranston Family Funeral Home, serving our community, providing funeral service, monument sales, pre-planning, and our own on-site crematory, with locations in Fairfield, Eldon, and Keosauqua. All right, we thank Cranston Family Funeral Home for sponsoring our timeouts. Again, 5:39 to go in the 4th quarter, 21-20 in favor of Pekin. Northland getting ready to punt, presumably. Let's take it back to Josh and Zach.
All righty. So, yeah, I think Coach Weber decided to remind his guys I think he'll send a guy back to return this punt, but everybody else is playing defense. We're not blocking it. I would be shocked if they fake punted it here, but you never do know. They have all 3 timeouts, 5:33 to go. Plenty of time to give the ball to Pekin and try to stop them, but there's a few series in a row where Northland had success with that. Snap, punt is low line drive punt. No chance at returning that one. It's going to go out of bounds right around the 25-yard line. We'll see where they spot it. He's going to move up to the 26-yard line. And Pekin's going to set up this drive. And honestly, don't need to score here. Just need to keep the ball on the ground and keep that clock moving and pick up first downs.
Just don't turn it over.
Knock on wood.
There's a snap, hand up the middle. He's going nowhere. Let's get the clock moving, though. Tried that with Riley Smith again. He was the highlight of the last offensive scoring drive anyway. The last drive was the interception. So he got back to line of scrimmage, 2nd and 10. Brown, and a snap comes to Will Adam. He's over signaling to his receivers. Will Adam just throws it out. He's got a receiver. I can't even tell who it is. It looks like it's Smith. It is. And that play is going on there. And now the officials are, I don't know. They're going to give him the first down. Will Adam was talking to his receivers, his split-out receivers. Davis, the snap came and hit him right in the chest, and he had to bend down, pick it up, ran to the right side, and tossed the pass down the field. There's been some issues at center tonight. Definitely an adjustment if you can find your way to the end of this one. So it's 1st and 10 now for the Panthers. Adam takes the snap, hands it off to Glick. To the right side he goes. Up the field, picks up about 3 or 4 before he's driven backwards. Forward progress will give him, I'm going to give him about 3. He's second down and 7.
And again, we thank Federation Bank for sponsoring our fourth quarter for tonight's game. 4:29 to go.
Snap is just in time. There was an issue with the quick pass to the flat to Robert Brown. Coach Weber was on the sideline screaming about the play clock. I'm trying to listen into what they're saying down there, but Coach Weber felt like they had to hurry that a little bit too much. Nonetheless, the pass goes nowhere. It's 3rd and 12 now for the Panthers. Adam, 3rd and long. Takes a snap. Takes it to Glick. Keeps it himself. He's wrestled from behind. He stood up, dropped at the 40-yard line. So gets about, they're going to say he does get a loss, so it'll be 4th and 12, so Pekin will have to punt here. That drive goes nowhere. And now North Linn's going to take a timeout with 3:22 to go in the game. It's another timeout sponsored by Cranston Family Funeral Home.
Cranston Family Funeral Home, serving our community, providing funeral service, monument sales, pre-planning, and our own on-site crematory, with locations in Fairfield, Eldon, and Keosauqua. Alrighty, we thank Cranston Family Funeral Home for sponsoring our timeouts tonight on the Pekin North Linn playoff game. 3:22 to go in the fourth quarter, which is sponsored by Federation Bank. Got an exciting conclusion coming up here tonight. Got a lot of people tuned in. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Kuno, I'm wondering if Kuno, are you actually watching from South Africa right now? You made that comment. And Dakota, I see your comment there about the tech stuff. So I appreciate you being tech savvy in the comments. So appreciate everybody in the comments, everybody watching at home and wherever you're at for tonight's Pekin Panther football game.
All right. Peek over at the other close game in our area here, Sigourney Keota. It's 41-33. Sigourney's got the ball on the 8-yard line with 19 seconds remaining and 1 timeout. North Linn's going to drop 2 receivers back. See what Pekin does with the punt here. Is Riley Smith. Takes the snap. Punts it to the far side. It's not a very deep punt. And it takes a North Linn bounce and rolls out of bounds at the 50-yard line. So that's where North Linn. Geez, I keep wanting to say North Liberty. North Linn will get the ball with 3:14 to go. And Pekin's defense has been a shining spot the whole season, and now's when it's really going to need to shine. Both teams have 2 timeouts remaining. 3:14 to go. North Linn's got twin receivers to either side. Summerfeld drops back to pass. Pump fakes, throws it up the middle. It's intercepted by Henry Adam. He's going to the 50, to the 40. Makes the man miss. 35 down at the 33-yard line. And Henry Adam picks off Summerfeld. And Summerfeld was hit as he threw that ball. It went nowhere near a North Linn receiver. Henry Adam was essentially playing center field as a linebacker there. Just playing anything underneath, and then all of a sudden the ball's coming to him. So I'm not going to take anything away from him, but that was a gimme there, and he made him pay.
I'm not going to lie, Josh. Right there, Henry Adam read that play really phenomenal, but I also think now that has to be a candidate for the player of the game because this has been such a tight game tonight, and that pretty much, if they can go down here and score, at least get the time running down there, it's going to pretty much make it thin to none here for North Linn.
Yeah, certainly a candidate. I'm really watching Caden Bender every snap now because he's been such a force, both blocking defensively getting the pressure. I didn't see who got the pressure on the quarterback there, but somebody from the defensive line certainly did. And
I don't know, another person for me, Josh, also is Riley Smith. Riley Smith has been a phenomenal player on the defensive side, but also on the offensive side there. He was a key factor there to that scoring drive towards the end of the second quarter.
Yeah, and we'll see here. Still plenty of time left. And just gone final. West Branch has upset Sigourney Keota. 41-33 is the final score there. Pekin now with the upper hand here. Need to kill some time. They're hustle up to the line. Another low snap handed off to Glip up the middle. He goes to the 24-yard line and before he's dropped down. That'll be a first down for Pekin. Just inside 3 minutes to go on the Sinclair Napa scoreboard. As Pekin will want to kill the clock but also score, because a touchdown and a 2-point conversion will essentially put this thing out of reach. Down to 10 seconds on the play clock. Adam has Glick to his left, hands it to him. He's going to be met in the backfield, gets back up to the line of scrimmage before he's brought down. So bring up 3rd and short for the Panthers, and North Linn calls a timeout, forcing that 3rd and short. I thought that they had, and I probably said it wrong, but I thought he picked up the first down on that play. It was 2nd and 1, or 1.5. And North Linn takes their second timeout, so they have one timeout remaining with 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go. Pretty much can all but ice this game with a first down.
We do need to get in our sponsor, Cranston Family Funeral Home,
for
our current timeout. Cranston Family Funeral Home, serving our community, providing funeral service, monument sales, pre-planning, and our own on-site crematory, with locations in Fairfield, Eldon, and Keosauqua. Cranston Family Funeral Home, sponsoring timeouts. I'll tell you what, something died.
Somebody either ran over or scared a skunk. I can tell you that is what that smell is.
Brought to you by Cranston Family Funeral.
I have an idea. A skunk went to the breaker and got the lights to go out.
Steve, you were laughing deeply there, and I hadn't put it together yet, and you just put it together there. Nice work. Here's the snap. Misses 2. Will Adam, he keeps it up the middle. He's got the first down and more. Inside the 10, inside the 5, dives near the end zone. They're going to say he's out at the 1-yard line, but it'll be first and goal from the 1 with 2:14 to go. And honestly, that almost was too fast. You want to really go to platinum level coaching here. Take a knee to get the clock running. Burn as much time before you punch this in. If you're North Linn, you probably just let them score and hope to stop them on the 2-point conversion, or the extra point, I mean.
Do you go for 1 or do you go for 2 and put it out of reach?
Well, you'll have a 7-point lead regardless, so I would just kick the extra point and force them to have to go for 2 if they score. But again, I would take my sweet time getting this play. Adam walks in and stops at the goal line. North Linn backing up, letting them score. As it is a smart play, and you know what? Right after that play, now that they do that, since they're going to back off on that, I go ahead and go for 2 at this point now, because they just had a play where they gave up on it. But Coach Weber's probably doing the smarter thing. I'm thinking with an aggressive mindset, smarter thing here and try the extra point. Snap is high, kick is up and good, and Pekin leads 28-20. That was a Sinclair tractor touchdown, and Pekin leads by 8 with 2:12 to go. North Linn has 1 timeout remaining.
All right, let's jump in here with some of our sponsors that are making things possible here on Steve Shuttler Media. That includes all of our segment sponsors like Sigourney Body Shop, Adrian Dickey for Senate, Keokuk County Hospital and Clinics, Fremont Funeral Chapel, Pilot Grove Savings Bank, Federation Bank, and Cranston Family Funeral Home. Also, South Ottumwa Savings Bank, Grant Ranch, Copeland Auto Body, Gobbler Creek Seeds, Fairfield Precast Concrete. We've got Sinclair Napa, Sinclair Tractor, Shetler Insurance Services, Son-in-Law Services, Barnwired, Oski Dental, Bridget's Public House, and Helmuth Ford, all on board with sponsors tonight. Appreciate everybody for tuning in tonight. Again, we had an interesting situation earlier with a blackout with the stadium lights going out in the game. It didn't seem to affect the play on the field really at all. And now we've got 2 minutes, 12 seconds left in the game. We'll see if Pekin can hang on. Josh, we'll send it back to you.
All righty. Well, normally we have the Daisy Dew Landscape Player of the Game decided, but still we got to hold it. I think we got it narrowed down to 2 with Caden Bender and Riley Smith. Both have been forces on either side of the ball. Of course, there's been individual efforts. Will Adams had great moments. So is Nolan Glick. Here's a low line drive kick, and Pekin's going to possibly recover that. They do. Pekin recovers an onside kick, and it wasn't an onside kick. It was just trying to keep it out of the hands of Cole Griffith, and that's essentially your ball game. North Linn has 1 timeout remaining. Pekin can kill this clock. And Henry Adams just kicking it low and hard to keep it out of the hands of Griffith, and Pekin comes up to the recovery. I'm surprised North Linn hadn't adjusted and went to onside recovery type of setup. Pekin was clear after the first 2 kickoff returns by Griffith that they weren't going to kick it deep. Nonetheless, Pekin takes over 1st and 10, balls at the 41-yard line. Quick handoff to Glick, and North Linn is selling out at the line of scrimmage. 2nd down, they're going to use their final timeout with 2 minutes and 3 seconds to go, so they can still get the ball back. Oh, let me do some quick math with about 30-ish seconds left and no timeouts. Yeah, by the time you run 3 more plays. So
let's jump in here with our timeout sponsor, which is Cranston Family Funeral Home. Cranston Family Funeral Home, serving our community, providing funeral service, monument sales, pre-planning, and our own on-site crematory, with locations in Fairfield, Eldon, and Keosauqua. And we thank Cranston Family Funeral Home for bringing us our timeouts. 2:03 to go in the game. And yeah, I'm looking at the comments there. I think Andy did the painting on the field of the new Panther logo. So looking good there, Andy.
It is looking good. Nice. It was bright red when we started tonight. There's been a lot of action at the 50-yard line tonight, so it's a little faded now, but 2nd down and 13. Well, Adam takes another low snap, hands it off he keeps it himself. Makes first couple of tackle miss, goes and slides down at about the 37-yard line. So trying to just stay in bounds and keep the clock running, but pushes it down the field with 1:40. It's going to get it inside of a minute to play after this play. So play took a little bit longer with Adam breaking some tackles. Every second matters right now for North Linn. Adam has Riley Smith behind him. Takes a handoff to him. They roll out to pass. What are you? Oh, I don't know what that was. Pekin attempts to pass on 3rd down. That's incomplete. It stops the clock with 1:12 to go, and now they're going to have to punt it away. And very, very interesting play call there. I'd say it would have been uber aggressive to go for 2 after the touchdown, but really aggressive to throw a pass there. I mean, of course, trying to pick up the 1st down and put the game away, but he essentially would have punted it away with about 35 seconds left, I think. They're going to run a play from offense here on 4th and 6. And now a delay of game is going to be called. It'll march them back 5. So it'll be 4th and 11. But again, I don't know. I mean, interesting nonetheless. Good news is Pekin does still lead by 8, so a touchdown and a 2-point conversion is what it's going to take. This play is going to take, a few seconds off the clock, so call it 1:05 left. If they don't pick up the first down, Adam just punts it, Pooch punts it, and it takes a big forward roll and goes into the goal line. So that'll give North Linn the ball at the 20. First, there's 1:07 left on the clock.
Now, Josh, this is the time for the defense to shine here. It's literally all on the line. The game is not over. They got 1:07 left. Like you said, that really wasn't – I really don't know what that was that Will Adam did there, but, hey, the past is in the past here. The game's not over. Let's see if this defense can shine. They've been stellar all night, but this is right now is where it truly does matter.
Yeah, it's not so much on Adam as what it was called in the play. Pekin should be dropping somebody deep here and keeping an eye on Griffin. Here it is, 1st and 10 from the 20. Roll out, no timeouts, throw it in the flats, and runs out of bounds at the 25-yard line. So much down the distance at this time that only took 4 seconds off the clock, so 1:03 remaining. Bell's at the 25-yard line. It is 2nd down and 5. Short time before the end of the first half, we saw North Linn drive down the field in a hurry, using very little time in those quick out passes, trying to get Pekin to suck up on them to try to burn something deep. Here's a heavy blitz by Henry Adam. He's trying to get back there. He's held. There's a penalty. It's going to be an incomplete pass. There is a flag on the play, and if you're Coach Weber, I think you take this just because it adds time. What they call a face mask, actually. You've definitely taken that. That's a 15-yard penalty. It'll march North Linn back even further. Now he signals holding. Nonetheless, they'll march him back. It'll make it 2nd down and very long. Ball's at the 16-yard line. Line to gain is the 31. Maybe the 30. Snap to Summerfelt. Looking to the right side or left side. Fires it to Griffith. It's nearly intercepted by Robert Brown. Pass was intended for Griffith. It went over his head. Brown dove, tried to make the interception. He's about a foot short. 53 seconds remain. 3rd and 16. Now if you're Pekin, you just got to nothing over the top. Elijah Brock's out there in the safety position. 7 seconds on the play clock, and they're out of timeouts. Just do get the snap off. It's a roll out to the near side. Throws it up the field. He's got Griffith open. He makes the catch. Griffith's got one man to beat, and wrapping him up and holding on is Will Adam. Not only did he make the tackle, but he kept him in bounds. It's a 1st down, so the clock's going to stop while they reset the chains. North Linn right back up. Had 2 plays called. They get the snap and spike it, and a flag comes in.
It has to be offside.
That play was good enough for a 1st down. There's 40 seconds remaining in the game. For the call here. So not a full start, but an offensive offsides. Basically, their hurry up there did not get lined up correctly on the line of scrimmage. Probably one of the receivers was over the line of scrimmage. First and 5. 40 seconds remain in the game. That was literally a game-saving tackle by Will Adam. I mean, Griffith, if he breaks away from Will Adam there, he's off to the races. Hard man to bring down. Adam just picked him up. Just get the snap off with the play clock. They throw it down. It's blocked. The pass is blocked by Henry Adam. They're going to call it incomplete. Henry Adam and Alton Williams back there disrupting that pass play. And Pekin secondary doesn't even move this time. They just stay deep. 37 seconds remaining in the game. 2nd and 15 for North Linn. They are out of they are out of timeouts. Pekin has 1 remaining. Pekin trying to hold on to advance. 5 seconds on the play clock. Just get the snap off. Summerfeld's in trouble again. Henry Adams chasing him down. He's going to just take off and run. Tucks it. Gets upfield. Elijah Brock wraps him up and he gets out of bounds. Play took a long time, though. There's 29 seconds now remaining, and this brings up 3rd down and about 7 for the Lynx. Brock was trying his best to pull him back in and keep him in bounds, but could not do so. All see is they are just now getting a play in, and there is 9 seconds remaining on the play clock. Wide receivers are not set yet. They got to hurry. They get set just in time. Barely get it off. Throws it up the middle. Deep pass. This is going to be nearly almost tipped by Casey Davis. Stops the clock with 4th and 7, so here is the season for North Linn. They have to pick up the first down to keep their season alive. Pekin, of course, gets a stop here and moves on to the next round. North Linn, a lot quicker to line this time. Trips to the near side. Pekin's playing soft. They're gonna concede the first down if their defensive line doesn't get to Summerfeld. He's gonna get up the field. He gets the first down and gets out of bounds with 17 seconds remaining. 1st and 10 for North Linn, just past the 50-yard line. And Pekin played that smart. The secondary and linebackers were all 10, 15 yards off the ball. They're not going to give up the deep pass. North Linn can't keep doing, they don't have enough time to keep doing that, so let them do it now. It doesn't hurt you. Pekin stays deep. Summerfeld just throws it into the flat. It is caught by number 20, and he's ripped, and he's going to go. They're going to say he stayed in bounds. They did stay in bounds. They're not going to get another playoff. North Linn gets to the line, snaps it, and that would be a penalty anyway. That should be ball game. We'll wait for a signal from the official. They were not set on the play. Game is over.
So who's our player of the game, Josh? Who do you think would win this tonight?
I think just throughout the whole course of the game, my vote's for Caden Bender.
Absolutely.
Just a disruptive force on the defensive line and offensive line. So Caden Bender is our Daisy Dew Landscape Player of the game, and Pekin wins by a score of 28-20. They'll move on to the 2nd round of playoffs. That'll be next Friday night. Location and opponent to be determined. That was the 4th quarter, brought to you by Federation Bank.
We'll give Daisy Dew some screen time, some screen love. Daisy Dew Landscaping, our player of the game. Again, Caden Bender. And again, your final exciting game tonight, 28-20. Pekin gets by North Linn and moves on to the next round of the playoffs. And like you said, Josh, we won't know until tomorrow sometime, right?
Yeah, tomorrow morning. It's similar to last week because they also have to do the playoff announcements for the 4A and 5A as well. So we'll know sometime tomorrow. They'll put them in groups of 4, and those groups of 4 will essentially start the playoff. And you'll most likely Pekin will have to play a district champion from another district at their place, but it also just depends on how the games went tonight. Of course, we did see one upset with West Branch taking care of business, Sigourney Kyoto. Something like that happens. Pekin's one of the higher number two finishers in the state based on RPI, so we'll just have to see how that all plays out. But Caden Bender, the Daisy Dew Landscape Player of the game, had himself a night tonight, just a disruptive force. Not something flashy on the highlights that you're going to see necessarily, but just constantly moving his defender out of the way. Disruptive force in the early going when North Linn was moving the ball at will against Pekin. Caden Bender kind of settled that all in there, but a lot of great performances tonight. Will Adam had some great runs, some great looks, an interception. Great pass defense, a couple of really nice tackles. Same with out on the outside, thinking of Robert Brown and Brown, Casey Davis. Those guys just making the adjustment on that running back, Cole Griffith. He was tough to bring down, and those guys were adjusting and breaking down and just holding on and letting reinforcements come. And Pekin, well fought victory, come from behind victory technically, and able to hold on and move on to live another week.
And before we get out of here, again, we thank our sponsors. We also, down in the press box here a ways is the radio crew, and Tony Latcham celebrating his 50th birthday. So happy birthday to Tony. I don't know, he's busy doing his radio stuff right now, but we wish Tony a happy birthday. So exciting stuff. We had a blackout with the stadium lights going out. We had a dead skunk drifting through the air at one point. It's been one thing after another tonight, and it's getting really cold.
It is chilly. Very chilly. So
I think we're going to get out of here. Again, we thank Sigourney Body Shop, Adrian Dickey for Senate, Keokuk County Hospital and Clinics, Fremont Funeral Chapel, Pilot Grove Savings Bank, Federation Bank, Cranston Family Funeral Home, South Ottumwa Savings Bank, Grant Ranch, Copeland Auto Body, Gobbler Creek Seeds, Fairfield Precast Concrete, Sinclair Napa, Sinclair Tractor, Shetler Insurance Services, Son-in-Law Services, Barn Wired, Oski Dental, Bridget's Public House, and Helmuth Ford. We thank Daisy Dew Landscaping for our player of the game. And that'll do it for tonight. We'll be back at it next Friday night for more playoff action here on Steve Shetler Media. Again, our final tonight, Pekin 28, North Linn 20.